Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Football. We got Liam in the chat. What's up, Liam? Bengals just went on a long scoring drive. Extra point is an awkward extra point, but a penalty flag comes in. Delay of game. So a delay of game penalty on the Bengals, an extra point. And this is the kind of stuff that has been happening all year long with the Bengals, and it's one of the reasons they are 4-8. And Cade York, who was elevated to the active roster yesterday, he's going to miss this extra point. If you saw the first kick that he just attempted to make, it was so bad. Watch this. Oh, it's weird. They're closer. Maybe that was an offside zone. Okay. Okay, 7-7. 7-7. How do you get a delay of game on an extra point? And his girlfriend is a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, so that is pretty cool. I guess whether he makes the kicks or misses the kick, he's already a winner. All right. Cincinnati 7, Dallas 7. We got a tie ball game here. Let me know what your predictions are in the chat. Go ahead. Let them fly. What's up, Nick? How are you doing, buddy? Give me those predictions. Let me know who you got winning today's game. I think it should be a good one. Should be a good one. Of course, the Bengals are not eliminated from the playoff picture, at least not right now. They're not. They would have to win out, and then maybe if all of the teams in the 5, 6, and 7 seeds start losing, potentially they could get in at 9-8. However, it's unlikely. But they do play the Broncos, which is one of the teams that they would need to lose. Nick says game ends 80-21 Cincinnati, so I can win in fantasy. Yeah, speaking of fantasy, let me pull up my fantasy. All right. I got T. Higgins. He's got one catch for 13 yards so far. Now, how has the first quarter gone in this game? We're going to take a look. Kind of log in really quick. See 4-5-3-2-1-2. 4-5-3-2-1-2. All right. So we have a Jamar Chase touchdown. We have a CD Lamb touchdown. Right off the bat. T. Higgins scored 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase scored a touchdown. Chase Brown, 25 receiving yards here. He has 21. Hopefully we have a lot of scoring in this game. I think we will because, as we all know, Dallas has no defense. We got Daniel Berry Sports highlights. He's got the Cowboys going with the home team, and if the Cowboys do win this game, chances are they're going to score 35 points. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins going to be sad when they eventually split up. This was the last dance for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, two great receivers that are without a contract. This was their last chance, and it's a shame who the defense has played this year. First down's gonna be a handoff, and that'll go to Ricky Dowdle for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. I just need Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and CeeDee Lamb to be the only people to score touchdowns today. All right, 2nd down and 7. Quick throw, CeeDee Lamb. And CeeDee Lamb reversing field, getting the corner, the 50, the 30, all the way down to the almost the red zone. CeeDee Lamb says, now you CD, now you don't. Look at this. Just a wide receiver screen, reverses field, puts a move on Trey Hendrickson, who's in the running for being the sack leader of the NFL, if not the current sack leader in the NFL. I think he has 11 or 11.5 sacks. And he got the work put on him. And now an incompletion. Receiver fell down, and CeeDee Lamb comes back in the game. Last week, he had 2 catches against the Giants for 39 yards. He's already got 4 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. All right, here's a handoff right up the middle, all the way down to the 5-yard line. This Bengals defense is so bad. Just not a good defense. All right, CeeDee Lamb lined up at the top of the screen. They'll hand it off again. This time, nowhere to go. Very predictable. That they would go back to the run after what just happened. We do have Rick joining us here in a little bit as the first quarter comes to a close. See if the Cowboys snap it one more time. Lined up with 10 seconds left. And CD in motion, 3. And they won't. Man, snap the ball. Jeez, was that Zach Martin? They just showed, I think that was Zach Martin, and he does not look like an NFL player. He looks like, honestly, he just doesn't look like an NFL player. Hoping for a big night from T. Higgins, as I have T. Higgins. I've already won first place. I've won my division in fantasy football, which wins me $75 and gives me a first round bye for the playoffs that start next week. And then I will be 2 wins away from $500. If Josh Allen keeps putting up over 50 points per game, I very well could end up winning it. David Montgomery's been doing really well. Bucky Irving's been dealing with an injury. He had an injury going into the week, and then he injured his back. Luckily for me, I I have the bye week, so I'm hoping that they don't play him this Sunday and they give him time to rest up. And then when I start the playoffs, hopefully he's good to go. Jaden Reed will never start another game for me this year. It'll be T. Higgins and Devontae Adams all the way from here on out. If I have to, due to injury, make a move, it's going to be DeAndre Hopkins. My flex is going to be Brees Hall. Bucky Irving will be put in the RB2 spot. And the second quarter is underwear. Me and my brother used to do that when we were kids. We would play Blitz. I don't know if you guys ever played Blitz, where you pick up people and you slam them, and you can jump on their bodies after the play, but it would go, and we are underway. And we used to, we were like 4 or 5 years old. And we'd be like, oh, we are underway. Quick throw, interception, interception. Trying to get it to CD Lamb. It looked like CD Lamb fell down. Ball got tipped up into the air. Wow. And there was the pass interference on the offense that was declined. Let's take a look at the bottom of the screen here. Just running a slant. Yeah, he ran right into him. Let's see. Cooper Rush. Ferguson was wide open on the wheel route, and they tried to force it to CD Lamb, who was hit by Pratt and wasn't even over there. I can't believe the Broncos could have drafted CD Lamb, and they decided to draft Jerry Jeudy. Ooh! I don't think he caught that. They have not confirmed that this is an interception. Look at the ball moving. I guess they have confirmed it. All right, handoff here, and that's Herbert. Second and 6 coming up. Khalil Herbert traded from the Bears on November 5th. Troy Aikman just said he was traded from the Chargers. Did he play for the Chargers and the Bears, or did he just make a mistake? Joe Burr, Mike Gesicki. Oh no, that's Sample. They have a lot of white tight ends with the number 80. A lot of dudes that could be Mike Gesicki. I gotta figure out which number Mike Gesicki actually is. Jamar Chase in motion, and we're going to hand it off here and pick up 4 yards there. Such a great offense. Zach Taylor, the offensive coordinator for the Bengals. hard to fire one of the best offenses in the league with the head coach that's calling the plays. Definitely feels like the next move for the Bengals is a defensive hire. 2nd and 5. Jamar Chase in motion. Takes the handoff. Joe Burrow firing. There's Jamar Chase. 30, 40. Going down the sideline all the way to midfield. It's going to be the Jamar Chase CD Lamb show tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, coming into the studio is a man with the last name Balls, first name Gage. A man that once said Caleb Williams will go down as the greatest Chicago Bears quarterback in the history of the NFL. A man that once said Jake Cutler was a top 5 quarterback and that is undisputed. A man that I am honored to call friend coming into the studio, Rick.
Woo! What's up, everybody? 7-7. Not
7-7,
bad.
good ball game. A lot of offense as
Yeah.
expected. Cowboys scored first. Bengals answered with Jamar Chase, and the Cowboys just threw an interception on the 5-yard line.
What a matchup of just a couple titans. 5-7 Cowboys, the 4-8 Bengals, just a couple of playoff teams looking for that extra edge heading into the postseason.
Yeah, this is you laugh, but if the Cowboys win out, they'll be 10-7.
That's true. If they just need to win first.
They're on a what? They're on a 2-game winning streak going into
Oh
this
my
game.
god.
Could you imagine that?
That would be hilarious. And
Let's
Khalil Herbert just ran into his own guy and fell down. That's hilarious.
let's say they win this game against a struggling Bengals team, and they beat the Panthers next week. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're on a 4-game winning streak, and then they have 2 divisional games to close the year with the Bucks. I'm not
Possible.
saying it's impossible.
All right.
I'm saying it's unlikely.
I'm saying it's not probable.
And then on the other side, the Bengals, both these teams have to win out. Like whoever loses tonight, it is the end of the road.
Oh yeah. I for the Bengals, I think it's been the end of the road. The Cowboys at least are only 2 games under 500, and like you said, they went out. They're 10-7. So maybe.
I think the Bengals are hoping that 9 wins could get them in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I doubt it though, because yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. There's too many good teams in the AFC, or at least there's too many teams competing for a playoff spot that are better than the Bengals right now.
What's interesting is the Chargers. I think a lot of people have been just assuming the Chargers will be in the playoffs, but they lost yesterday. Oh my gosh.
Dude, doink for the division.
Dude, I'm so sick of the Chiefs winning. Did you see that?
I did.
The doink off the upright. Like, I don't know how there's going to be any luck left over when the playoffs start. They're using all of it here.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, they just went for it and didn't get it.
What are you at right now? Let me know when the replay happens and he catches the ball.
Replay. Catch.
Sweet. Yeah, Chase Brown just I mean, they weren't going to get that first down, but dropping the ball in that situation just bad, but the doink for the division, a doink only works for the Chiefs. That's it. That's the only team a doink is going to work for. Like, that was insane that a third string kicker made that kick off a doink to win the division for them yesterday. Insane. That's just the Chiefs' luck this year at 11-1.
That's why I won't put him in my top 5. I'm over it. I'm over it, Rick. I
Oh, I
don't
get
care
it.
anymore. I
No, I
don't.
get it. I get it.
Let me show you something.
Ooh, little X-rated podcast. Let's do it.
let me let me show you something really quick.
Let's do it.
All right. Take a look at this. This chart right here.
Mm-hmm.
If every one possession NFL game had the opposite result,
Yep.
the Chiefs would be 2-10.
Yep. Bears would be
And
8-4.
somebody made a comment like, "Oh yeah, and if my uncle didn't have a dick, he'd be my aunt." I understand what people mean to say, like, "Oh yeah, and bad teams would be good, and good teams would be bad."
Yep.
That's not what this chart is. Because think about it, the bad teams and the great teams aren't affected by this chart because those teams either win by more than one score or they lose by more than one score. This is a chart saying that if the field goal kick didn't bounce in, if the fumble would have been recovered by the other team, if that interception would have been caught, this is more saying if all of the games that the Vikings won last year, the one possession games, had they lost those games, what would their record be? The Chiefs have broken NFL record for most consecutive one possession wins. They would be a 2-10 team. On the contrary, Denver would be 11-2 because if that field goal didn't get blocked, there's only 2 games that weren't really close, and the Bears would be 8-4.
Yep.
So this tells you which teams are actually like the Giants. It tells you that the Giants, even though they have a terrible record, that they're actually playing close games with their opponents. Cincinnati would be 10-2. They've had the opposite luck of Kansas City.
Right.
I don't know. I found this really interesting.
I guess I honestly, I'm going to be honest. I don't really find it interesting. I mean, Detroit at 7, Giants at 6, New Orleans at 5, Tampa Bay at 1, the Jacksonville Jaguars at 4. Like, I think they're just the teams that are like the Chiefs, for example. There's going to be some luck, but I think that the coaching in those games matters. I mean, look at Minnesota. You can't shit on Kevin O'Connell for being a good coach in one score games.
Where are they?
They are
4-8.
Third from the bottom, 4-8. Like the Carolina Panthers, regardless, they suck. That's their record right now, I think, or maybe 2 wins.
Atlanta. This is what I've been bringing up about Atlanta all year.
Yeah, but I get this. I totally get this. But at number 2, the Bears 8-4. Should they be 8-4? Hell no. Their coaching sucks.
Well, the Bears one's a little flawed because they have these comebacks in the second half. It's not like a true. I feel like if you just look at the final score, it doesn't tell the whole story about a lot of the Bears games.
No, I get that, but I just luck and coaching has a lot to do with a lot of one-score games, in my opinion, because I have been on the shit end of one-score games for the last 2 seasons. So for me, I get it. It's a what if. What if they were flipped? What if the doink didn't go in? What if the toe tap from Isaiah Likely for the Chiefs? What if he actually did have both feet in? What if they didn't block the Broncos field goal? That's 3 extra losses on their record. They're not winning the division in week 14. They're not. But
this is a much more accurate ranking. This is the NFL luck rankings.
Yeah.
This accounts for all of that stuff that I was actually saying. So, of course, Kansas City and Minnesota, 2 of the teams that you were saying they shouldn't be that bad, have been wildly lucky. this
So
season.
what is this luck ranking though? What do like they take into account though?
So like dropped interceptions,
Okay.
um, a touchdown that was called back by a penalty,
Okay.
um, winning the coin toss in overtime,
Okay.
like things of that nature. And this is what bettors use because let's say Kansas City is a 10-point favorite, and then
Mhm.
you can look at forget Kansas City, say Washington's a 10-point favorite, but
Mhm.
let's say it's week 4 and they're the luckiest team. It tells you that their value might be inflated because
Mhm.
they've had a lot go their way that isn't necessarily something you can bank on. The
Yeah.
unluckiest teams in the league, the Jets and the Bengals,
Bears at
Giants and the
29.
Bears.
Wow. Yeah, that's I mean, that's kind of how it goes, I guess. I just I get it. I get all this. I just don't know how much weight I put into dropped interceptions. Um don't get me wrong, if they're able to take data, compile it, and use whatever algorithm they do to post this, cool. At least you're doing it. You're doing something with the numbers. You're doing something with all these teams that for example the Chiefs and the Vikings, they got more wins because of these things.
The
But
number
at the end of
one
the day,
thing is
like
point differential.
what?
The number one thing is point differential. So if
Yeah.
you let's say you have 10 wins but you have a negative 4 point differential, then that would be the biggest factor to say that you've gotten really lucky because you've actually been outscored by your opponents, yet you've won most of your games.
Mm-hmm.
The down and distance, yard line, timeouts remaining, it calculates the difference between the expected win probability and the observed win probability. The expected win probability is based on the likelihood of each luck outcome. The win
Mm-hmm.
probability is calculated using the following factors: time remaining, point differential, down distance. So it basically says through all of those factors, it is this probable that this team will win. And then the observed win probability is what the results were. So if you had a
Mm-hmm.
2% chance of completing a pass and it was completed, then that would favor the luck side. And
Right. 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 Right.
and then vice versa for being unlucky.
But like I watch the Bears. None of their losses in these last 4 weeks, excluding the 49ers, has been unlucky. It's just been bad coaching. Like bad coaching. Like
The bad
obviously
luck.
I'm gonna hone in on the Bears because I
That's
watched
bad
them the
luck.
most. Huh?
That's the bad luck. You have Matt Eberflus.
But that's not bad luck. That's bad coaching. That's bad decision making.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. But that's what I mean. Like these luck rankings, again, if they can take data, put it into an algorithm, and spit out a number that says the Chiefs and the Vikings are the luckiest teams in the league, cool. You did it. Awesome. But when you look on the other side with the Bears, the unluckiest team, it's like I don't know if you can really call the Bears that unlucky, the fourth unluckiest team in the league, when the coaching has been shit. So again, I get the luck rankings, the
It's not
doink.
a perfect system.
No, not at all. No, not at all. And I'm not saying it is, and I'm criticizing it. I just don't know how much weight I would put into that. If bettors use it and they're able to get wins or they're losing, okay. But for
It's just a
me,
tool
watching
in
the
the
Bears,
toolbox.
I hate it. I just it's for me, it's bad coaching for the Bears.
No. It is. It's a tool in the toolbox, and that's why you have
Exactly.
to put everything in context.
Exactly, 100%.
Like
I like the point differential thing you brought up too because the Bears had a losing record and they had a positive point differential. I think they were like +1 or +4, and it's like, what? You know what I mean?
yeah, like I bet when the Bears had the ball on the 35-yard line with a field goal to tie the game against the Lions,
Mm-hmm.
their win probability was probably high. And then at
Yep.
the end of the game, they lost. So that
Yep.
probably factored in as an unlucky thing
Mm-hmm.
when really it was just terrible coaching.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, nice return here. Actually, sorry. So, are you at the kickoff yet or not yet?
Return 20, 35-yard line tackled, and he just got up.
Let me
Helmet.
know when they
Joe
show
Burrow.
the Simpsons, the Bengals graphic.
Simpsons. The
There we
Bengals.
go.
This is the chart that inspired me for my thumbnail.
Oh, that right there with the I will
Yeah.
throw a touchdown. Oh, I love this. This is awesome. Oh,
So
2 and
cool.
4. Oh my god.
I had to create a new chalkboard and
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the thumbnail for the stream, check it out. Kyle put a lot of effort into it and it looks awesome.
thank you.
Of course. 10-7. Cowboys just got a field goal. Kyle, I picked the Bengals. I forget. Did you pick the Bengals as well?
Yeah, I had to go with Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow's having his best year. It's crazy.
That's such a shitty team. That sucks.
I feel so terrible for the guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like, he spent $3 million on a Batmobile. Like,
We're not the same. We're just not the same people.
can't feel too bad.
Yeah, yeah. 2nd and 7 now with Burrow. He's taking a snap, and he's going to throw left, incomplete by Higgins. Just drops it.
T. Higgins.
God.
See, that would be unlucky.
Yeah,
because
it
T.
was
Higgins is better than that.
Yeah, and it was right in his chest.
But it's also like not unlucky. It's just he dropped it.
Yeah, it was just a drop at the end of the day. I just and that's kind of where I'm like, was it luck, unlucky, or was it just a drop pass? Like, what exactly is considered luck?
I guess it's
or
like
being
just
unlucky?
things aren't going your way.
Yeah.
Whether
back
it's
to pass.
your fault. Burrow.
Oh, good throw there to Iosivas, I believe. I don't know how you pronounce it. Either way, first down, Bengals.
Yeah, I feel like whenever Joe Burrow is on the move, buying himself time, looking downfield, you just know something's good going to happen. And also, he could have gone 2 places with that ball. You saw he was looking at, I think that was T. Higgins, and then he looked off of him.
Yeah.
He could have thrown it there as well. Both options were open.
Yeah, and Iosivas catching that ball in between 4 defenders. Back to pass again. Chase, good catch inside the 24-yard line for the Bengals.
You see a guy like Chase that wide open, and you know that he must have ran the dirtiest route. Because it's not like he's not accounted for on the field. Let's take a look at this route.
Oh, he's wide open. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he just isn't accounted for on the field.
Yeah. Kyle's like, he must have shaken the defender. And it's like, oh, nope, just found the soft spot in the zone coverage.
That is wild.
Yeah.
I guess they really thought that first down was going to be a run.
Let's see, Cowboys showing some pressure here, and they're just going to rush. Well, they did rush 5, and that is Gesicki for about 6 yards.
Some say Gesicki. I say Gesicki. Honestly, it makes me kind of Gesicki when I hear people say it wrong.
All right, see you guys. Thanks so much for joining. Dude, this aerial shot of AT&T Stadium looks like AI. Looks like a video game.
I think your TV screen's a lot better than mine.
2nd and 5, Burrow. Quick little running back screen.
Gone.
Oh, touchdown. Touchdown. I think he might be out, though.
Was he out?
Oh,
he jumped in the Salvation Army bucket. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh, no.
Cry me a river, you Cowboy fan bitch. Do you hear him? Get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh.
That's a touchdown.
Oh,
Get
he's
back in there. Get back in there.
He's in.
Get back
touchdown, Chase Brown. Let's see. In. Oh, ooh, that's close.
That's a touchdown.
I think that's a touchdown.
That's in.
That's a
If he
touchdown.
scores, he better run back in the bucket.
Let's see where.
That's all green. All green. That's touchdown.
Oh, that's a touchdown. He's not out. Inconclusive. But they called it a non-touchdown, so they'll have to reverse it.
Yeah, that's going to be a touchdown. I'm going to grab my water really quick.
Okay. Wow, that was I mean, if I was the ref there, I don't know. Oh god, it looks so close and that angle looks like maybe he's out, but we'll see. Either way, great play by the Bengals there. Setting up that running back screen, getting it to Chase Brown in space. Insane though. We'll see what the refs say. It's a challenge right now. They're reviewing that. We'll see what they say when they get back from commercials. Let's see. Let's see where I'm at here with my matchup. All right, all right. I'm only down 22 points. I need 22 more points from Brandon Aubrey, the Dallas Cowboys kicker, and I will win this matchup. And I need T. Higgins to not get any more catches or points. So doable, totally doable, right, guys? Totally doable. Let's see, playoff bracket. Ooh. Saving Matt Ryan.
They haven't given him the touchdown yet?
Not yet. Kyle, I just need 22 points from Brandon Aubrey and for T. Higgins to not catch any more balls or get points.
That's actually not out of the question.
Oh, he got the touchdown. They're calling it a touchdown.
Did he get back in the bucket? It's all I care
No,
about.
he did not. He did not.
And now I have to bet on him to score 2 touchdowns.
They stole that celebration from him. Can you believe that?
Jeez. Get out of the bucket. Get out of the bucket. Get over yourself.
Oh. Either way, great score by Chase Brown. He knew it. The ref called it wrong and bad.
We
robbed
knew it.
us of that celebration. We did know it. We did.
All right.
Robbed us of that celebration.
Chase Brown and Ricky Dowdle to have 5 rushing yards in each quarter. Looking good. I put 5 on it. They're offering me 10.
Well, hopefully it's not. Hopefully this is a close game throughout, where the running game is still a factor in it.
Oh yeah, good point. Should I take the 10 and run?
How have you done this weekend? Are you in the plus or are you in the minus?
I'm in the plus. I won $80 on.
Okay.
I think I'll hold.
Yeah, I shouldn't be bad.
5 yards isn't too much to ask for.
Yeah. Oh, did you see, by the way, the kicker right now for the Bengals, Cade York, his girlfriend is actually a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader?
I did see that.
Yeah.
I was like, so he's a winner no matter what.
Oh, so you a winner.
14
Yeah, he's a
points.
winner.
I mean, this game's at least going to have 38 points.
Minimum.
minimum,
God, that game
or
between the
38,
Rams,
48.
that
I'm in.
Rams Bills game yesterday, so good.
It was a great game. I would. It's kind of a shame that Josh Allen
Hmm.
didn't get the win because he broke the record. It's never happened.
Yep.
3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. He's just like he's different. He really is. I mean, yeah, all 3 of those were QB sneaks,
Hmm.
but it's not like he's not capable of scoring in a different way. Like,
Yeah, and I don't think it should matter either whether they're QB sneaks, whether they're 15-yard runs, whatever. It's Josh Allen. Josh Allen can. I mean, what did he do against the who was it? It wasn't, I think it was last week where he ran for like 35 yards
yeah.
for his rushing touch. Like he can do that. You know what I mean? He can do
Or when
that.
Amari Cooper pitched it, lateraled it back to
Yep.
him in the
Yep.
snow too.
Yeah, Josh Allen has just done insane things
If you
as
don't
of
have
late.
Buffalo Lions in your Super Bowl, you're probably wrong.
I got Chiefs Lions.
Don't say that. You have the Chiefs beating Buffalo.
I mean, they always do.
That yeah, we have this talk every year. That doesn't work.
But it has worked. That's the
I
thing.
know,
It's
but
worked the last 4
that's like
years.
that's like if you live somewhere where it never rains and
Hmm.
you just bet every. Oh no, forget about betting because that's a great betting strategy. But it's like eventually it's going to rain and you're going to be wrong.
Yeah, eventually.
But
But I'm
you're
not.
like, I'm okay with. See, this is why I don't like it from a psychology standpoint.
Liam.
Because it seems like you're saying I'll just cut my losses and be right 99 times
Mhm.
and take my loss when it comes. But that's I feel like that's a cop out. Like I want
But
to
you're
know.
playing the percentages, though.
I don't want you to play the percentages. I want you to tell me who you really think's going to win.
uh, the Chiefs? like, like, I, like,
I'm
I,
clipping this.
I told you earlier, right? Like, I think I told you last week. I was like, the Chiefs are in the Patriots zone where the regular season is like the preseason to them, especially when you got double digit wins, right? Like, I'm not saying that they don't try during the season. They definitely try. It's just they know that they're so good that the postseason is where that football really matters to them and obviously really matters to the team, where they're going to go into that postseason and be like, we can win the Super Bowl. I don't care what people thought about us in the regular season, and they proved that last year. I don't care what they thought about us. We have the coaching, the quarterback, and some players on both sides of the ball that we can win the Super Bowl against any team. They've proven that time and time and time again. And I know you don't like that answer, but that's the answer.
The Broncos are going to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Oh, that would be so sweet, dude. That'd be sick.
The Broncos are going to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, and then they're going to play the Steelers in the divisional round.
And Liam saying the Steelers can beat the Chiefs and Bills in the playoffs. Ooh, shit.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Denver went to the AFC Championship game this year against the Steelers?
Dude, I'd love it. I would love it.
I
I would
can't
love
believe
it.
this. Oh,
I would love it. But I don't know.
Just for a second,
Yeah. Yeah.
what if they went to the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, you're playing with fire right now, Kyle. You're playing with
I
fire.
just want to know what you think. I mean, let's say this defense is just insane.
Oh, dude, it would be crazy.
In the Super Bowl is like Bo Nix against Green Bay.
I don't know. I don't see Green Bay going to the Super Bowl.
I know, but I got to use that analogy because you don't nobody sees Denver going either. So
Well, the thing is, Denver has an awesome defense, and Bo Nix is playing good football. Like he's playing out of his mind football. Like obviously not
yeah,
last
it's
week
like
against the
CJ
Browns.
Stroud-ish, but
What's
without
that?
CJ Stroud didn't have the defense though.
He had the
Like
defense.
Denver's one of the most complete teams in the league right now.
Uh
Like they're in the top 5, I think, of most complete teams because you have great offenses and okay defenses, but Denver has a great defense and they're about as good offensively as the Steelers are right now. I think the Steelers are also one of the most complete teams right now.
I don't know. I don't know. Complete. Define complete. Like you guys have
You're
players on.
scoring more than 23 points a game and your defense is top 3.
Well, defense top three. That means only three teams can be a complete team. I
I
don't. I don't
know.
know. I don't know. Complete teams. It's hard. It's hard.
Did
I
you know
I like the
that
Denver Broncos. I love the Denver Broncos. I like them.
I
Don't get
think
me
the
wrong.
last 25 Super Bowl champions have had a top 10 defense.
The top 10, the last 10.
I saw an NFL commercial promoting NFL Plus, and it was like, do you need a good defense to win a Super Bowl? And then it's like some kid, it's like, you can be a football expert too. They're like, my sources are right as much as dolphins sleep. Never, or something. But in that commercial, they're like, did you know that 15 of the last like 20 Super Bowl winners had a top 10 defense or something like that?
Oh, really? I'm
Which
trying
was
to see.
which is which is to say that there's a good chance that whoever goes to the Super Bowl is going to have a really good defense and a better than average offense. And I think there's only a couple teams that fit that criteria right now. I don't think the Chiefs have a better than average offense.
Mm,
You watched the game last night. I mean, I don't
true.
think the Chargers do either. I think the Steelers do. I think the Ravens don't meet the criteria because the defense is terrible. I
Yeah.
think Buffalo meets the criteria and they should be the favorite.
Mm,
But I really feel like in the AFC, your best well-rounded teams are Pittsburgh, Denver, and Buffalo.
I'm trying to see. Like the Chiefs last year had a top defense. The Chiefs in 2022. Let's see. Super Bowl winning defense rankings. The average Super Bowl winner had a defense ranked 8 spots better than the average offense, meaning the defense was 2.3 and the offense was 10.5. During this period, 3 of the 6 winners were ranked number 1 on defense. That would be the 2000 Ravens, 2002 Bucks, and 2003 Patriots. I don't know if that necessarily means anything.
The
Opposing points, points per game.
teamrankings.com has a thing where it has NFL last 10 games rankings and ratings,
Mm-hmm.
and it has Denver listed as the ninth best team in the league. And I don't know how they do their thing, but this is how they have it ranked right now. This is the last 10 games. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's only fair to use the last 10 games because there's a lot of flawed stats. Because honestly, Denver's offense didn't really start playing well until week 4.
Well, so
Or
hold
week
on.
5, actually.
I got something here. Okay, we are currently in an era, and this is off of a blog that was written on medium.com. We are currently in an era 2017 to the present. So it doesn't cover all 10 games, but I just want to read this little blurb here. We are currently in an era where offense wins championships. All 6 of the last 6 Super Bowl champions had an offense ranked higher than defense. And let me just double check this is July 17th of 2023. So this was before the 23 season where the Chiefs won. So minus last year. The average Super Bowl winner, nope. That's not what I was reading. Sorry. Had an offense ranked higher than defense, and that gap between rankings has increased in each of the last 3 years, with the 2020 Bucks 5 spots higher than their defense, their offense. 2021 Rams, who had 8 spots higher of an offense than a defense, and the 2022 Chiefs, who were ranked number 1 on offense and number 16 on defense. The average offense is ranked almost 6 spots higher than the average defense for a Super Bowl winner since 2017, meaning the offense averaged at around 3.8, whereas the defense ranked right around 9.5. 5 of the last 6 winners had a top 5 offense. Eagles, Patriots, Chiefs, and Bucks and 2022 Chiefs. The only team not in the top 5 were the 2021 Rams, but their offense was still ranked 8 spots ahead of their defense. So from 2017 till prior to last year's Super Bowl, Jamar Chase almost had
That's
that
not
catch.
going against what I said, because that's still, you said 9.8. So that still says that all those teams had a top 10 defense.
Well, so they're saying, yes, correct, 9.5. So their offense average ranked at around 3.8, so about 4, and defense around 9.5, so at least the top 10. Now, the only team,
why the Lions will win it all this year.
yeah. So you're not wrong in saying that top 10 defense is pretty crucial, but history, at least in the last 6-7 Super Bowls or so, shows that the offense was ranked at least 6 spots higher than the defense. Except, of course, the Chiefs of last year. That so far they're the only ones that kind of don't fit there.
The only thing I would add to this is what makes it different for a team with a rookie quarterback is that what it really comes down to is like, okay, how good is your offense in November and in December going into the playoffs? Because the first quarter of the season is a learning curve, and like Bo Nix didn't throw a touchdown pass till week 4, and those stats really bring down Denver's stats all the way. But if you look at the last 3 games, nobody in the NFL has more points per game than Denver. We're averaging 36 points a game in our last 3. We have more points than Buffalo and Cincinnati.
Damn.
We have the most in the league. So all I'm saying is if our offense continues to go down this path where we're getting in the 30s every week with our defense currently being that good, that I don't see us as a team that's gonna just roll over easily when the postseason starts.
No, absolutely. No, I totally agree. And the only hard part there at that point is keeping it up. But the thing is with the Broncos is, other than maybe 1 or 2 games, I have to really look at the scores. Like I said, when we were talking about like the quarterbacks and Bo Nix possibly winning, or Bo Nix being the favorite for the offensive rookie of the year, is the Broncos have just gone up. They have just gone up since the beginning of the season in terms of defense and in terms of offense. Bo Nix, like you said, didn't throw a touchdown until week 4 of the season, but it's just been better and better and better almost every single week. Yeah, there you go, 36.
But like you said, can they keep it up?
Yeah, that's the most important part, because once it gets to the playoffs, I mean, you're going to have to go up against teams like the Ravens, the Chiefs, obviously, the Bills.
Hopefully the Ravens
in the South.
I'm hoping we don't have to play the Ravens because we don't match up well with the Ravens. I'm hoping that the Ravens, staying a wild card team, get beat by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there you go.
You need a little bit of luck to get to a Super Bowl, you know?
Yeah, and we got to remember what Dan Campbell said last year when they lost in the NFC Championship. He's like, it's fucking hard to get here. It's hard to get to the Super Bowl. It's even harder to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're like in the dance is pretty awesome, you know? As the Bengals scored a field goal, they are currently up by 7 points. I will change the ticker here.
They did ask.
No, 100%.
They did ask Sean today. They were like, "Well, you guys are one win away from having a winning record for the first time since 2016." And Sean cut off the reporter, and he was like,
What?
"Respectfully, there's not a player in this building that cares about that. Like the goalpost has moved. The
Yeah.
expectation that the goal here is not to have a winning season. Like we're beyond that."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Especially with recent play.
and it's so true. It's funny as a fan how quick you adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
Like,
like you go into the season, you're like, if we're just in the playoffs or even fighting for the playoffs, I'll be happy. And then you
mm-hmm.
get there and you're like, fuck it, I want more.
Dude, if we win, that was me in 2021, the 2021 season of the Bears, where the Bears were in a wild card game against the Saints, and I was like, if we win this wild card game, we're in the divisional round, like, and then we got blown the fuck out by the Saints. Regardless, that feeling was still there, and I was just like, dude, we just got to win this one
It's a
game and
weird
we
feel.
advance.
That's what makes the NFL different than baseball or basketball is like,
Yeah.
that any given Sunday you can get a win. And if you can just get one win,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden you're one win away from a Super Bowl or the game before the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how quick it can happen if you play your best game on that day.
The amount of hopium you get in that wild card round.
Oh god.
You're
You're
like, let's fucking go.
I won't be able to sleep
Oh
the
yeah,
night before.
100%. Cooper. Oh, bad throw. Cooper Rush is not having a good game right now.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy's face kind of says it all right there.
He's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Are you seeing the replay right now?
Now it started.
Okay, let me know when it. Hold on. Let me know when it gets to Joe Burrow.
Burrow.
Hot. Had to restart my TV 3 times. I'm so
Burrow's
sick
like
of that shit.
15 seconds, one timeout. I like it.
He's like, I can work with this.
I'm pretty sure I can score. Oh, a
By the-
flag got thrown.
Oh. 3 seconds left in this
This is
second
interesting
quarter.
because there's going to be a block in the back.
Oh. Yep, blocking the back by the Bengals. They're going to get taken back there. 3 seconds left. They'll probably just kneel it or run it or air it out
F it.
to Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is out there somewhere.
Fuck it. Jamar's out there somewhere. Wow, Brandon Cooks, 2014. He's been in the league 10 years.
I think he won he was. Do you remember when the Rams and Chiefs played in Mexico City and it was over 1,000 total yards of offense?
Wait, when who played in Mexico City?
It was the Chiefs and the Rams. The final score was like 54-51.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
It was
That was like one of the greatest games ever played.
Yeah, if you like offense. If you like
Yeah.
defense, it was the worst game ever played.
Yeah.
But Brandon Cooks, I believe, was on the Rams squad when they went to the
Really?
Super Bowl
No
that
way.
year.
I'm gonna look this up now. Brandon Cooks. I'm kind of surprised about that. Let's see. Where's his Wikipedia? Oh no, Brandon Cooks. There you go. Football Reference. LA Rams 2019. Yeah, that was the year, right?
Yeah.
2019 Rams. That's when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because
Or wait, no, it was the 2018 Rams.
Rams Chiefs 2018 box score and player stats. Rams. Yeah, Brandon Cooks, he had 8 catches, 107 yards in that one.
Wow. 8 catches, 107 yards.
He was the leading
he's been on
receiver.
some teams, man. He's been on some teams.
Josh Reynolds was on the team.
What? As a
Robert
rookie?
Woods, Tyler Higbee.
Oh,
Tyler Higbee's still with the Rams now.
Yeah, he's still there.
I didn't realize how long he's been with the Rams.
Wait, is he?
Todd Gurley, yeah, because he's been hurt all year.
Oh, okay.
Todd Gurley, Jared Goff. Remember Todd Gurley?
Oh,
What
oh,
happened
I
to
remember
Todd
Todd
Gurley?
Gurley. He
He was like
just,
the best fantasy running back for like a year.
yeah, he was definitely up there. Him and oh my God, what was his
Le'Veon
name?
Bell.
Who's the other guy from the Rams? Jackson. I want to say Jackson.
Oh, you're thinking of from the Cardinals, Johnson.
No, I know David Johnson. I'm thinking of Jackson. Oh my God, what was it? Steven Jackson? No.
Yeah, Steven Jackson. That's way back though.
New England Patriots, Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, St. Louis Rams, 2004, 2012. Yeah, he was a beast,
Yeah, he
dude.
was. I liked
One,
him.
two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. With 2006 scoring 13 touchdowns. Jesus Christ.
The best fantasy running backs in 2018. Todd Gurley was number 1.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley number 2.
Wow.
Christian McCaffrey was number 3.
Yep.
Alvin Kamara at 4. Ezekiel Elliott, James Conner, Melvin Gordon, Kareem Hunt, Joe Mixon, and David Johnson.
Wow.
Derrick Henry was 12.
Oh my God.
2017, Todd Gurley was number 1. Le'Veon Bell was 2. Kareem Hunt 3. And then 2016, LaShawn McCoy was 3. David
Yeah.
Johnson was 1.
Dude, Gurley in 2017 came in second in MVP voting.
Wow.
1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns, 69 first downs. Nice. He won Offensive Player of the Year. He was AP All Pro, or sorry, All Pro, and made the Pro Bowl that year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, his first year in 2015, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns, 47. Dude, and he only played 6 years. Because once he got to Atlanta, he kind of just fell off the face of the earth.
Wow.
That's crazy. Crafty saying, how long before we see Trey Lance? Honestly, I'm hoping we do see him. I would like to see what Trey Lance has been up to.
Every time they put him in, he's terrible, though.
Yeah, but I'd like to see that.
I feel like with Cooper Rush, I think I'm having deja vu. I think we did this conversation. I think with Cooper Rush, you have a chance to win. He's won the last 2 games.
Mm.
It's a 10-17 game. I think you put Trey Lance in the game, and you've pretty much decided that you can't win with Cooper Rush, which I don't think is true right now.
Okay, so, but then why are you? Well, I don't think it's a great question, but because of the recent games that Cooper Rush has won, would you want to put in Penix over Cousins,
Because
knowing that you can still have a chance at the division?
I have an answer.
Hell yeah, let's
Because
go.
Trey Lance has had playing time this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a mystery to what he looked like. He looked terrible.
Right.
Penix came in against the Broncos and he looked awesome. He looked like an immediate upgrade over Kirk Cousins.
How long did it was only one series against the Broncos?
No, he played like the final 7 minutes, I think.
Oh, okay. So you got a damn good look at Penix.
Yeah, and I was thinking the whole time, I'm really glad we weren't playing this guy.
So you got a really good look at Mike P, huh?
Yeah, I did. And he was huge, dude. He was
huge
for Atlanta. Yeah. But that's the big difference is like,
Yeah.
I know that you're pulling 2 similar circumstances, but they're different because the quarterbacks aren't the same. And then
Right.
the other thing is that Atlanta has a real shot at making the playoffs. The Cowboys really don't. Let's be real.
No, yeah, absolutely,
If
100%.
anything, that favors putting Trey Lance in the game.
And that's
Um,
kind of why at this point I was kind of all for it. But if Cooper Rush is one of the last two games, that I'm kind of understanding a little bit more. It's he's won the last two games. That's awesome, but also I don't know, man. I just would like to see what Trey Lance has got because you gave up a fourth rounder for him. Don't you want to see what you have with him? At least for like a half, more than a couple of, garbage time drives. That's
he's
just me.
trending on X right now.
Trey Lance?
Put Trey Lance in. Fuck it. Put Trey
No
Lance in.
way.
Hard to believe that Trey Lance isn't better than Cooper Rush. Can anyone explain to me why they're paying Trey Lance $5 million to hold a clipboard? Give me Trey Lance or give me death. Yo, can we get Trey Lance in the game? There's no way you can think Cooper Rush is better than Trey Lance at this point. I don't see why it's so hard for people to understand that is the case. I mean, Mike McCarthy sees these boys in practice every day. It's not like he doesn't want to win. He's not just like, no, I want to lose with my career on the line.
I really, really want to lose this game so I don't have a job next year.
I don't. This is the part of the football where it's like fans fan and coaches coach. And right now fans are fanning.
Yeah.
Because we want some excitement. Let's be real. Like this all stems not from like a deep passion for Trey Lance. We want to see better football.
It's true. That's true. Trying to see. No, that's good. Okay. I'm seeing one where it says Cooper Rush benched for Homer Simpson. No justice for Trey Lance. All these tweets.
I can't believe they ruined his Salvation Army bucket.
I know.
That's bullshit. Got Bill back in the chat.
Bill. Oops.
Sorry.
You're good. Boring raids tonight. Yawn. How you guys been? Thanks for coming back, Bill. I've been good. I think you were here, Bill, for the Bears stream, but I'm a little sick. I'm getting a little bit better. But I'm getting better.
How are you doing? Eberflus's bullshit.
You're not wrong one bit. How are you doing, Bill? I know you took a spill. You were talking about it on the stream yesterday, but how are you doing?
I heard about that.
Yeah. No, the way you described it, I was like, Jesus Christ, that sucked. Also, recently, in the past couple of weeks, I got a PS5. I've been playing some NCAA 25.
How is it?
It's cool, dude. I've been playing Road to Glory as a quarterback for Notre Dame, and
everybody say bye to Rick. We won't be seeing much of him here.
Yeah, no, I've already played through my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and now I'm on my senior year trying to win a not even a Heisman, just trying to win a national championship right now.
You're not even focused on the personal awards, right? It's all about
the fuck that. Yeah, I have 19 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, 3,000 yards passing. Like I just want to win, baby.
How far does that go? Like, can you get drafted?
You probably can. Like transfer your guy.
Madden?
What's that?
I wonder if you could like sync it to Madden.
You can transfer your guy over to Madden 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty dope. And I don't play Madden just because I haven't played Madden so long. I love NCAA football game. I love it. So that's all I'm probably going to play. And then I've also started as a head coach for University of Illinois. So I like that one better because you play the entire game. You play offense and defense, whereas the Road to Glory, you're only playing as your position. So
yeah, I always, even when I was younger, like when I was like 12, I would become obsessed with like the coaching stuff because I was like
Yeah,
I was I always envisioned myself that way
me too. Yeah,
is like a coach. So I was like a way to scratch that itch.
yeah. Or
And
even
like
like as like you're dealing with everything. You've got to raise the price of hot dogs. You got to raise the price of sodas so you get enough money coming in. Shit like
yeah,
that.
it's really cool. It makes you think about stuff. When I had the my player, I remember they would ask me like a question. Like my agent would ask me a question and he'd be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like what do you think?" And then they would give me like three responses. Like, "I don't really care. I just want to see the field and show people what I can do." And then there'd be like a second
Yeah.
response that's like, "It's all about the team. I just want to help the
Yep.
team out." And then
Yep.
there's like a third response that's somewhere in the middle,
Yep.
and I would always be like the team guy. That was like,
Yep.
but then once in a while I would be edgy. Just once in a
Yeah.
while I would be like,
Spike
"Fuck
your hair
that."
up.
I would pull a Malik Neighbors in the locker room after the game. Ask him.
I didn't buy the plane. I didn't buy the plane. Bill says he's doing better. Bruised up and sore still. Thank you for asking. Of course, Bill. I hope it's nothing too bad for the rest of the week. I hope it just gets better throughout the week. But yeah, NCAA football, man. It's a good time. It is a great time.
Yeah, it's nice that they brought it back, but you can't play with Shador Sanders, right?
No,
Because
no, no.
he's
They've
in.
got all the updated rosters
I
because
thought
now
he
they're
like
actually able to
didn't
pay
agree
them.
to it.
No, Shadur Sanders is on there.
Oh no, no, no! I'm thinking of someone else. Maybe then. No, should
Maybe.
was it? I think it. Oh no, no, no! Wasn't it Marvin Harrison in the new Madden?
Yeah. I don't know about the new Madden. I know the Fanatics deal about his jersey sales and things like that, like giving them the rights to sell merch. I know that was a thing he was kind of going back and forth with the Fanatics guys. I don't know for sure about the Madden. Maybe not. Here we go. Bengals going to kick off to start off the third quarter.
Oh yeah.
Back of
Um.
the end zone.
So yeah, there was
Cowboys
a
hat flew off.
college. Oh, Arch Manning. That's who it is.
Arch Manning, yeah,
He opted out of it.
of NCAA.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's like the top 10 players that they have a list of like 10 players that opted out.
Yeah.
Um Josh Simmons. I mean, I don't know any of these guys, but yeah, there's a list. I Arch Manning's the only one that I know.
Oh, dropped pass
Put Trey
by
Lance in the game.
Dowdle. Trey Lance would have made sure. What's his name? Turpin would have completed that. Is
Trey
that
Lance would have
Dowdle?
caught that.
Is that who is that? Oh, Tolbert. Tolbert. Trey Lance would have caught that. He would have thrown it and caught it.
Let's see how Cooper Rush does on this opening drive. Maybe there is some pressure to put Trey Lance in the game, and maybe it
Yeah.
depends on this drive.
2nd and 10. In the shotgun, takes a snap. God, the
Oh yeah,
Bengals defense sucks.
they're gonna
Dude.
get him on a hold on 28 at the
Yeah.
top of his route. A
There
lot
was
of rookies getting called for pass interference. That's going to be holding, though, not pass interference.
oh yeah.
Illegal contact.
Is that, who is that?
You
28
know,
on the Bengals.
um, see if I can get a last name. It
What's
probably
Newton?
Newton.
Oh, okay. Gotta figure out who that is.
I think Terrion Arnold leads all rookies in pass interference calls.
Josh Newton, cornerback
Josh Newton.
out of TCU.
Yeah, that rang a bell once.
Mm,
I knew it would. we're kind of at that point where all the starting rookies kind of you have that name recognition.
Yeah, Quinion Mitchell, Dejean, Lad McConkey, obviously the quarterbacks, but like some of the guys on the defense that maybe you don't really talk about.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy the amount of players that come in the league. Like, if you went to prison for 3 years and like came out, you would be like, "Who are all these guys?"
Yeah. Prison for 3 years, you came out this year and you're like, hold on.
Wh-
Oh,
Who are?
what is our nation turned to?
It's crazy that I was like draft Terrion Arnold instead of Bo Nix. I was
Oh
thinking,
yeah.
and look how that worked out.
Yeah. I mean, I think either way you would have won because they're both doing pretty well. But I feel you.
I don't think
Oh,
I would have won the way we're winning.
I mean, not wrong, but the way Sean runs the offense, hey, maybe what's his name? The
Zach
quarterback that's
Wilson.
no. Well, maybe Zach Wilson, but not the other guy. What's the other quarterback?
Oh,
Simeon?
it's
No,
only when you
that's
ask me this guy every time
yeah.
you.
I, I'm the same way, but you know what I mean.
There's actually a scientific reason for that. So whenever somebody's forgetting something, and then they ask you that, your brain
Mhm.
actually goes through like a paralysis moment where it's actually like they've measured your brain and it's similar to being like paralyzed. That's why you're like, you know it, but it's gone. Like it's not even close.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's like triggered by other people not knowing. So
Triggered.
so when other people know something you know but they don't know it and then they ask you, it's contagious. It's like yawning. It's so weird, dude.
Yeah, yeah. 2nd and 2 here. Cooper under center. Takes a snap, hands it off.
Oh
And is that
wow.
Dowdle? 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10-yard line. Is that Dowdle? Number
Yeah.
23? Oh, it is. Okay. Great job
Jarrett
by
Stidham.
Dowdle. Stidham. There we go. There we go. Jesus, no effort by the Bengals there. Number 57. Now you got Dak in the booth.
He looks like he's gained some weight.
He's just always had like such a big jaw structure too, right? First
Yeah,
and
his
goal.
face was looking real circle.
At the 6,
Looked
Cooper
like Russell
shotgun.
Wilson in that Danger Wish commercial.
Hands it off and gets about 3 yards. 2nd and goal. Come.
I don't know if you've seen Russ
It is,
lately, but
yeah.
he doesn't look like that. He looks like
What do you
thin
mean?
and in shape. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, Russ, yeah.
Why didn't you look like that for us, dude?
Because Sean hated him. 2nd and goal. Cooper shotgun. Trying
Sean
to tie it
actually
up
got
here.
him down 15 pounds.
Oh, that's true. I remember that over the offseason. Snap. Looking over the right side. Caught, but there's a flag, and it's probably going to be on
Uh-oh.
the offense.
Brandon Cooks going ham on that 3-yard reception.
Let's
That
see what
ties the game.
let's see what this flag's for. Oh, it's on the defense. Touchdown.
Brandon Cooks.
Cooks.
Just Cooks
him
28.
let him cooks.
Josh Newton, another hold that didn't
Wow.
get called. Oh no, that's what got called.
That is what got called. Yep.
Cooper Rush, just like that, and everyone's like, put Lance in,
Dude,
and
put Lance in.
he comes down. I mean,
Comes.
you got 17 points in the third quarter. The second half just started. Like I feel like you can't. I feel like you can't bench a quarterback.
Nah, put Lance in. He throws a tighter spiral. Bill saying most people seem to like the NCAA to Madden. I am one of those people. I remember the last time actually with Kyle in Italy when he smoked my ass.
I think that
Like,
was Norway.
no, 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 no. I never went to Norway. It was in Italy. It was in your room in Italy.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. I don't know about you, Kyle. I just feel like Madden tries to do too much some years.
I always played Madden, so
Mm,
it's kind of like when they add things, it's like each year you add one thing, but you kind of keep up with it, so it's never overwhelming.
okay. Okay.
But if you like didn't know the basic controls, it could be too much, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always liked NCAA. I just like I like the college aspect of it. I like the fight songs. I like being able to build a program in a dynasty mode, creating your own guy. And I know Madden, obviously, you can do that with the NFL on the professional level, but for some, the college level is like fucking cool to me.
Yeah. No, because I've always done that with Madden, like build a player
Mm-hmm.
and then what my favorite mode is franchise mode, where I have to like maneuver the salary cap and make trades
Oh,
and,
okay.
and like it's no different than being a GM in the NFL, where it's like
Mm.
you got to draft your players and then you got to you. I mean, I would start it off and you do an NFL draft, but with current players,
Oh,
and you
okay.
draft like your whole team.
Oh, I
So
like that.
you would, let's say you draft like seventh overall, you might be able to get like Lamar Jackson or somebody, and then you just keep, you
Gotcha.
know, it's like a fantasy draft, fantasy football.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's cool because I kind of like the dynasty mode for NCAA because as the head coach, you can pick like who like what kind of coach you want to be. You want to be a motivator, you want to be a recruiter, and you get extra points for being whichever one, right? Um, And then when you start off the season, you start off in the off season. So you're actually like scouting players. And they don't really show you what the scouting is. It's just like you dedicate hours into scouting certain players. And it'll be like your team needs a left tackle. And these are the left tackles that are like up there. And you dedicate hours to scouting. And then you offer them scholarships, and then you kind of go through those motions. You visit them at home, call them, you check their social media, call their friends, family. It's pretty cool. So I really like that aspect of it too. After
Yeah,
all
that
that, which is even better.
yeah, and it probably gives you like a better chance on like hitting on those players if you're a good scout.
Yeah, exactly. I picked recruiter because I was like, recruiting in college is what matters the most.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And especially with all the NIL deals, the transfer portals that you have to deal with in Madden in NCAA 25. There's a lot of cool little things that you go through in the dynasty mode, which I thought was awesome. I'm
That's
about to build
awesome.
I'm about to build University of Illinois into a powerhouse in the Big Ten. Joe Burrow under center. Bengals 240 yards in first half, season high. Back to pass. Gonna throw it. Jamar Chase catch.
Man, Jamar
Stud.
Chase, so good. I can't believe Jamar Chase and T Higgins haven't been paid.
Jamar Chase will. T. Higgins is gonna be on another team next year, unfortunately.
That's what's so sad about this whole year.
Mm-hmm.
This was the last dance for these guys.
Yeah. For a duo like that, for sure.
They'll draft a new
Oh
star.
yeah. And Brown up the middle to about midfield for a first down. And the fact that pretty high draft pick too gives them a much better chance to draft like a guy that they can plug in right away, opposite of Jamar Chase. 9:28 and counting in this third quarter.
Oh, I
Bengals
got my
first down
rushing yards for
midfield.
the third.
Let's go. Do you need no, Dowdle already got it, and Chase Brown just got a big rush, so you're good. Burrow over the middle, caught Jamar Chase for about 6 yards.
In Cowboys territory. This is the
In.
first drive for the Bengals in the second half.
Yep. Nice little dump off pass. Playing playing Road to Glory on NCAA has shown me that, hey man, passing it 5 yards in front of you, a lot better than going deep every single time.
Sometimes you just got to take what the defense gives you.
Exactly. Joe Burrow fakes the handoff, looking to pass in the pocket, rolling right. Nothing there. And he's going to throw it away out of bounds. 3rd and 4 upcoming.
Micah Parsons.
He was on it.
Joe Burrow did a good job kind of letting this play live as long as he could. But, damn, I mean, the fact that he made Parsons miss
Yep.
right here.
Bop. Yep. The little stutter. Love it.
That's a big time play for a guy that people don't think can do anything outside the pocket.
Back to pass, Burrow. Thrown left. Caught. Jamar Chase first down.
He holds the football up like a dad playing backyard football with his kids.
Have you seen those memes where it's like when it's Thanksgiving and I'm 10 beers deep and I got to show my kids that I could be prime Tom Brady? I love that shit.
So real, though.
So real. At the 39-yard line, Bengals marching down the field right now. Their center, Joe Burrow. Snap. Hands it off. Chase Brown left side. Oh, almost got yards on that run.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. Micah Parsons is gassed on the sidelines.
Kind of a quiet night for T. Higgins.
Yeah. And he's dropped a couple passes, so maybe that's why, but we'll see if Joe Burrow goes back to him. Snap. Looking to pass, and he's just going to throw it to the ground. Was looking for a score.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to set up Chase Brown on a little slip screen right there, and it was one of those plays where if he would have thrown it to him, that would have been a negative play anyway. But was he out of the pocket?
Oh,
well, no, that wouldn't have mattered
screen
because
pass.
There was an intended receiver.
Cordell Volson.
That's the tricky thing about screenplays. They're all about timing, and by the time he's upfield, he's expecting Joe Burrow's getting rid of this ball right now.
Yep.
But the Cowboys played it perfectly, and now they've pushed him out of a sack. Will take him out of field goal range, so got to be careful here. Get the ball out quick.
Looking over the middle, and picked off inside the 20. Joe Burrow throws an interception to Hooker. Oh my God.
Joe
Miscommunication.
Burrow. That is the area of the field where you have to protect the football. You just can't have that.
And it wasn't a miscommunication. He just overthrew Jamar Chase.
Yeah. It's like
they were going down the field too. Fuck.
That's kind of like one of the underrated parts of like any quarterback's game is a lot of times it's not about what you do, it's what you don't do, right? throwing the ball
Yeah.
to the other team when your team is driving down the field, taking a sack that takes you out of field goal range. Like, these are the things that they don't show up in the highlight reel, but you put your team in
Mhm.
position to win when you don't do those
Mhm.
things. And right there is great example. The Bengals were at least going to take a 3-point lead.
Yep. Ugh.
And
And
now
this is the
Cooper Rush.
thing too. Yeah, and Cooper Rush, right? Like he just scored a touchdown to Brandon Cooks, and the Bengals defense is bad. So regardless of the quarterback, in this case Cooper Rush, they can go down 7-point lead if they want to, or if they can, right? Because that's how bad this defense is for the Bengals. It's literally what's kind of prevented wins for the Bengals this year. Um, Fan that the defense could kind of make a stand here, try to stop the Cooper Rush Cowboys, but I think it's very unlikely at this point.
Yeah, it's over.
Bill, it did not hit the ground. They showed the replay. That was a very, very obvious interception. It did not hit the ground first. I'm gonna take a quick pee for the D. I'll be right back.
It definitely hit the ground. No,
It didn't hit the ground. It didn't hit the ground.
it didn't hit the ground, but we'll see what they can do. Both teams lose tonight, it's over. Where did I put? All right, we're back from commercial. Cooper Rush and fakes the pitch, middle of the field. Ferguson caught, 15-yard gain. Look, he's drops down into a zone, and Joe Burrow throws the tablet and says, "What are you doing?" He knows that he's better than that. And Dowdle, who's really starting to heat up here. Lineman slow to get up. All right, Joe Burrow. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is they go down 7. Direct handoff to CeeDee Lamb, and he stopped short. So 3rd and 1. No, 3rd and 2. QB sneak. You could tell that was a QB sneak. Whenever the quarterback lines up and he's like preparing to get leverage. All right. Kill. Looks like they're running it to one side and now they're going to run it to the other. Yep. And Dowdle picks up 2. Oh, wow. It looked like he picked up 2. 2nd and 10. Oh, fake pitch on the reverse. We got KC just landed at my airport at home. Has this game been a snoozer or a winner? I would say a winner. Besides the fact that, two teams that aren't really playing for much at this point in the season, but 17-17. There's been big plays. There's been offense. A lot more exciting than last night's Sunday Night Football. Although you probably enjoyed that one more because the Chiefs were in it, but it's been a good game. Cooper Rush and throws it into the turf or throws it into the terp. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. The ball just got deflected. 21. Deflected.
We got KC in the chat. Just landed at my airport at home. Has this game been a snoozer or a winner? Kyle, how would you describe this game? 7-17 or 17-17 tie. How would you describe this game? Winner,
we did
snoozer,
this comment already.
Snoozer, winner, or something in between?
No, I said it was a winner.
We got KC in the chat. I just landed at my airport at home. Has this game been a snoozer or a winner? Kyle, 17-17 tied. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Would you character... I think I'd agree with Kyle. This game has been close. I don't know about winner. I would just say this game has been a surprise close game.
I would say I'm not surprised that it's close. Mm-hmm. I did feel like it would be close, and I felt like it was going to be a high-scoring game. The only thing that's keeping this game from being great is Dak Prescott being injured and both these teams being out of the playoffs.
Okay.
Let's be real.
Okay.
Like, if these two teams were 10-4 or 10-3.
Oh yeah. Then it's a good game.
It's amazing what having a losing record will do to a game.
Oh yeah. And we got KC in the chat. I just landed at my airport at home. Has this game been I'm Kyle's worst fucking nightmare.
That was good.
That's going to be our new top 5, no debating. Top 5.
And we got KC in the chat.
KC, congrats. You've just become a meme in the only football podcast world.
Tyrell Williams. He beats Cox.
He beats Cox.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we got some pushing and shoving. Little acting going on, too, with Pratt there. 2nd and 26 for the Cowboys. Cooper over the middle for about 2 yards on that throw to Elliott.
Man, I was watching a movie the other day, and I thought of the perfect thing to clip, but I forgot what it was.
He beats Cox.
I did. I was rewatching one of my favorite movies, Boys in the Hood, on Saturday.
Yeah.
And the kid that plays Ice Cube. Well, yeah,
Ice Cube.
Technically. Well, but as a kid, it's a different actor.
Oh, okay.
The first 15 minutes, they're kids.
I completely forgot about that.
Oh, dude, you need to rewatch.
I do, yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Boys in the Hood. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, the 80s and the 90s were That was like the with gangster, not even gangster rap era. That
Mm-hmm.
was just like gangster movies.
Yep.
And well, really, it's hood movies. Gangster movies, you think of like American Gangster and Scarface and stuff like that. But in the 80s
Goodfellas.
and the
Yeah.
90s, they were just making a lot of movies on like what it was like to grow up in the in these areas. And
Mm-hmm.
Boys in the Hood, I mean, it rises above all of the other hood movies. Like it's not even close. I mean,
Yeah.
it's in a tier of its own. And I was like, I'm not a crier, and I was watching the movie with Mary, and she's never seen it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like prepared, right? And
Ricky.
that's not even where I lost it because I was ready for that. I've
Yeah.
seen that a million times,
Yeah.
But it was when Trey was like, "Meet me in my house in 5 minutes," and then he goes into his house and he goes in a room and he loads up his gun and he's got Ricky's blood all over his shirt and he comes
Mm-hmm.
out and his dad's like, "Oh, you're hard now. You got
Oh
to
yeah.
shoot somebody." And then he goes, "Shoot me. Come on,
Yeah.
you're hard. Shoot me."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Give me the gun, Trey." And then he's just like sitting there, like trying not to cry. And he goes, "Give me the motherfucking gun, Trey." And then he just like breaks down and starts crying. I was literally
Yeah.
crying. Like I
Yeah.
was just like, that was the scene that broke me. I was just like,
Yeah.
because like, he just like when you're in that mindset, it's so hard to be rational.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then obviously he gets and he sneaks out the window, and then his whole life's about to change. And Ice Cube, they go back and they shoot the guys that
Mm-hmm.
killed Ricky. But before they get there, he's like, "Let me out. Yo, let me out." And they pull the car over and he walks home.
Oh, that's right.
And it's one of those like defining moments where if he wouldn't have gotten out of the car, he would have been
Mm-hmm.
in that car. And then Ice Cube, you at the end of the movie, the credits say that he died 2 weeks later.
Oh yeah, because they got back. They got him back.
They got him back, and that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of the whole thing of the movie is like this killing just goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but I feel like they punched the wrong clock on Ricky because he was a good kid. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't even in that mess.
Yeah, that's a great movie. The only thing that I hated about that movie, and I think most people would agree, is when Cuba Gooding Jr., after he gets pressed by those cops and he goes back to his house or his girlfriend's house and he's like punching the air, and there's that whole scene of him punching the air with tears in his eyes, and I'm like, this looks so bad. You know what I mean? To me, it looked pretty corny.
But you got to think like when regular people are that upset, like you don't look cool, right? It's like one thing to
Right.
have like Tom Cruise with the one tear coming down.
Yeah.
And it's like, but what does being like that mad really look like? It
Mm.
looks like shit.
Right. And it just I get that. I just wish they would have portrayed it in a different way. I don't know exactly. I don't know what way I would suggest. So
The reason I loved that scene was because he was like, I never thought that I would be crying in front of a female. And he's like
mm,
on his knees in front of his woman, and his woman, and then she goes, "You can cry in front of me," and it shows like you
yeah.
can be vulnerable with me. And I
Hmm.
just know, like as a man, how hard it is to be that vulnerable with your lady, and a lot of times because you want to be the strong one
Yeah.
for her, and then
Yeah.
you break down like that in front of her, and
Yep.
it's like a type of bond that you can't really explain. And once you have that, it's like I can really just be myself. And then they had sex for the first time right after
Yeah.
that
That was
because it
hot.
was like, well, he was trying to get laid that whole movie and she didn't
He
want to,
was. He
and then
was.
he broke down like that in front of him or in front of her, and it, you know, I don't know. I like that scene too.
I don't know. I just I don't. There's something about him like I don't mind that, like the whole vulnerability in front of his girlfriend. The whole message at that point is like, hey, men cry too, and sometimes men you got to cry in front of your women, and obviously all that traumatic experience with the cops happened. I just when he's like throwing punches and whatever, and you could tell that words that he's saying, the dub is not him actually saying it. Like that was just where I kind of was like, well,
You were
now I know it's a
cringing a little.
movie. Yeah, and you know those like certain scenes in movies where you're just like, oh, well, now I know it's just a movie. Because sometimes you're so into the film that you're just like, I'm in an experience right now. I'm not even watching a movie. I am living an experience. And
Yeah.
then there's those certain scenes where you're just like, well, now I'm out of it.
You know, the guy that played the guy in the red car that actually shot Ricky,
Mm-hmm.
do you know that scene changed his whole life?
Oh, really?
That kid grew up in Beverly Hills and his parents were rich.
Wow.
And he ends up getting this role called Knucklehead Number 2. That was the official name of the role.
Yeah.
And the producer, he ends up being friends with the producer, and the producer would even invite him over to like private, Hollywood parties and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
then he cast him in some other roles, and then that guy was like, I feel like I need to be like I need to go into the hood and I need to actually get into a gang. Like I feel like it's like when you're
Yeah.
rich, you want struggle, and when you're struggle,
Yep.
you want to be rich. And it's
Rich.
like,
Yep.
so, this guy that had such a perfect life on the outside ends up getting into the gangs, and he ends up getting in a lot of trouble. And then he tried to get back on the straight and narrow, but then he ends up killing two people and getting convicted and going to prison.
What?
And he's like serving a life sentence. And then he ends up getting he ends up becoming friends with the chaplain at the prison,
Mm-hmm.
and he turns his life around and he's like a born again Christian, but his cellmate was a Satanist. And they get in
Whoa.
a fight over ideology, and the Satanist strangled him to death and then
Damn.
performed a Satanist ritual with his dead corpse in the middle of the prison cell.
Jesus
And
Christ. And with that,
this
Chase Brown gets a first down.
the sketchy part was, though, that they did, in prison they do roll count every day. Like they got to
Mhm.
do a head count. They did 12 head counts before they realized that he was missing. By the time they realized he was
What?
missing, his body was already decomposing. So a lot of
Oh,
people think that this was an inside job.
damn.
But it's
God,
crazy.
that's
Like
such a, that's such a shitty way to go.
he took this role as a gangster, and it just changed his whole life.
The whole trajectory, too. Another first down here by Jamar Chase.
I think it
14 minutes left. 2017 Dallas Cowboys are up. That looks like fat Eli Manning in the background there. I don't know if you saw that. It was hilarious. Look, 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 look. Fat Eli Manning in the background in the white
Oh my
shirt.
gosh. That's crazy.
Burrow hands it off. Chase Brown, and you got your 5 yards for the fourth quarter from Brown.
If you're curious about that story, the actor's name was Lloyd Avery II.
Lloyd Avery the second.
Here's here's his picture.
Oh yeah. Yep, that was him. 2nd and 1. Burrow snap. Brown again up the middle and gets enough for first down. Gets about 3 yards there.
Let's go.
Damn, he died in 2005. Pelican Bay State Prison.
Yeah. It's it's a weird rabbit hole. I'm just going to warn you now.
Yeah. Crazy. Oh, he was in Poetic Justice.
Yeah, he
1993.
was in Oh, there's another one that he was
Shoot, shot.
in. I think Shop was the one where he plays a junkie, and he was mad about that role. He didn't want to play a junkie.
Don't be a menace to South Central while you're drinking juice in your hood.
Yeah, that's a long ass title.
Yeah, it was a parody on Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Menace to Society.
Menace to Society. There we go. Yeah. That was a funny movie though, I will say. Damn, that double homicide for shooting 2 random people for which he was sentenced to life in prison.
It was crazy too because he was talking to his brother right before the cops showed up, and he was like, his brother said it was like he wanted to confess something but he couldn't, and he was just like, I had a good life, like talking like that.
Oh yeah.
And then the cop showed up, and he like snuck out the back door, got in his car, and took off, and then rolled his window down to a cop that was like there for him, and he said, "What's up?" and then drove off.
Jesus Christ. This guy
Obviously,
played
somebody that's like not in the right state of mind.
Yeah, he played baseball and water polo, became friends with the children's singer Smokey Robinson, music producer Quincy Jones, and music executive Clarence Avant.
I'm sorry, but if you play water polo, you should probably just stay out of the hood.
Oh man. Everybody for going on that tangent. But I thought it was very interesting. That story is very interesting. Now you could make like a documentary on that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just another one of those things. Everybody wants the life that they can't have.
But anyway, who else we got in the who do we still have in the chat here? Who's still with us? We had Crafty, we had KC, Bill, Liam here in a sec, Daniel Barry. Nick was in here for a little bit.
Bill lives in LA. He should have seen Boys in the Hood.
Oh, that's true. Bill, I think, is a boy in the hood. That whole fell down the stairs thing, yeah, no, he was beating the shit out of somebody in the hood.
That's just his alibi. In case.
We got Liam still here, also part of the hood.
This is the only football hood.
Oh no, I think was that Micah Parsons who got his leg rolled up?
Aubrey's got you 2 field goals, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what a hit he took by Parsons.
I'm only down 17. Oh, that was a hit. He got it off inside the red zone, though.
Damn. That is not an easy
No.
That is not an easy throw with this guy. Look at this throw. This is what it takes to be an NFL quarterback. Right
Free
there.
rusher,
Just
too.
stand in there and do it anyway.
Yep. 1st and 10 now. Burrow at the 18-yard line. Threatening. Snap. Throws right. Caught. And it's good for about 8 yards, 7 yards. Gesicki one more time.
And Joe Burrow caught Gesicki, and he is down. Gain of 6.
Let me know when they show the coach.
Coach.
I
love how I don't even need to say anymore, like, hey, you're ahead of me. I just have to do that.
Caught.
They're trying to score here. And snap. Burrow hands it off. Ooh, that was awkward. It looked like he landed on his head. Rick, are you actually frozen, or are you just pretending that? If you're pretending to be frozen, you are crushing it right now. Oh my God, dude. Are you frozen for real? No, you're really frozen. Dude. I love it. Oh no, I wish you would have kept it. All right, well, we'll wait on Rick. Oh, they took a shot to T. Higgins. took a shot to T. Higgins. Oh, Joe Burrow, so bummed out, man. Feel like you got to take the field goal here. Got to take the points. 29-yard attempt, snap, hold, kick is good. And it is 20-20. What's up? Now, the real question is if the Bengals line up for a game-winning field goal, does Zoe want him to make the kick or does she want him to miss the kick? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Do you think? And ladies and gentlemen, biggest penis. If the kicker lines up for a game-winning field goal, do you think Zoe wants him to make it or miss it?
Make it.
But she's a Cowboys cheerleader. You're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
I get that.
Yeah, no, I get that. But Cowboys cheerleaders are part-timers who don't get paid enough. So yeah, she wants her boyfriend to win the game.
I think the Cowboys actually pay pretty good. I think they're the only one that does.
I think they pay I think with all the games included, I think I read this a while ago, and I think I had actually mentioned it on here in the preseason. They make like $25K a year, a season.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's not great, and that isn't including any
That's
appearances, any extra money they make, sponsorships, things like that.
Yeah,
So.
that's probably really what opens the door, because
Yeah.
obviously being a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader is like the peak of being. I dated a cheerleader that was like competition cheerleader, and she
Oh yeah.
went on to do all that stuff. Cheerleader for the Jaguars. The like the Mount Rushmore of, and that's a bad example because that's like three people. The
peak.
Super Bowl. The Super
Super
Bowl of
Bowl.
being a cheerleader is to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Yep. And we got Casey in the chat. I just landed at my airport at Oh, I love that shit. Oh, Kyle loves it. He thinks he doesn't, but he loves it. He thinks he doesn't love it, but look at him. He loves it. Oh, good shit. Good shit, Kyle. Where's Kyle gonna peek his head out? Where's Kyle's head gonna peek out from? Which side? Liam said, I think you forgot about Casey's chat. You're right. We got Casey in the chat. Just landed at my airport at home. Has this game been a snoozer or a winner? Casey, I'm gonna label this as a winner now because it's 2020, tied up, 10:24 left in the fourth quarter. This game's a winner. Kyle. Come out and play. 1st and 10. Here we go. Cooper Rush takes a snap, hands it off. Dowdle loses a yard. I think that was Pratt, number 57, coming up with a tackle for loss. Just let him right through. Right through. Kyle's too busy cleaning his butthole. Oh, there he is. There's Kyle.
Have you
Second and 11.
Your decisions.
Cooper Rush going deep right side. Incomplete. So did you want to address Casey's chat or? We'll actually address Liam's chat. I think I might have a girlfriend soon. Liam, as long as your girlfriend supports your football team, that's all you could ask for. Right, Kyle? 3rd and 11. Cooper Rush in the shotgun at the 29-yard line. Snap. Bengals showing pressure, and they got to throw it away. Great job there by the Bengals defense to actually get pressure.
KC, I just landed at the airport. How's this game been going? Is it?
All right, my turn. I'm going to get out of here.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Join them.
Rick, who wins this game?
Bengals. I'm going Bengals. I'm sticking Bengals right now. 20.
How brave of you.
Makes a man miss. 26-yard line is where the Bengals will start. They're going 74 yards right here. They're going 74 yards, Kyle. Swear to God.
I like it. I love it.
Do you? I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
I want some more of it. If the Bengals score on this drive, I win $80.
Oh. Wait, how much do you win if once Dowdle gets his 5 yards rushing?
Does he have it?
Not yet. Chase Brown has it. Dowdle does not have the 5 yards this quarter yet.
Let's see. Play-by-play. Fourth quarter. Started here. Oh, so that last drive was their first.
Mm-hmm.
Dowdle up the middle for -1, so I really need 11 yards.
Wait, was it 10 yards or 5 yards?
It's only 5. So I need 6 yards.
Yep.
And then Chase Brown got 2 yards. Chase Brown 2 yards. Chase Brown 9 yards. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got more than 5.
5 yards from Dowdle.
Mm-hmm.
And I win $26.
Nice.
And
$5 bet. Let's go.
$75 if the Bengals score a touchdown, because I had each team to score 1 touchdown and 1 field goal in each half.
Okay, and the Cowboys already did that.
Bengals I just need 1 touchdown from the Bengals.
Goal. Yep, you need the touchdown. I think they're going to do it. I'm calling it. This drive, 74 yards, and it's going to Iosovas.
Ooh. I like it.
Liam saying, I think she's a Steelers fan, but if she isn't, then I will make her become one. Depending on the tone you say that in, it's threatening.
If T. Higgins scores a touchdown and then the game goes to overtime and T. Higgins scores another touchdown in overtime, I'll win $1,200.
So he has to score one right now and then score one in overtime.
Yeah, because I had a 10-leg parlay and everything's hit besides T. Higgins to score 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Then this drive right here is going to be a T. Higgins touchdown. I'm changing it up. There's Jerry Jones. Oldest man alive, they say.
That's... What? Who says that?
Me just now.
I don't even know what you're watching, dude. I turned the game off 2 hours ago.
Kyle's watching the fucking.
I'm playing Madden.
Play-by-play on NFL.
I'm just playing Cowboys Bengals with Madden.
You ever see those memes where it's like once a team gets beat so badly, they play them on Madden and they beat them like 100-2, and they're like, I just
Oh,
had to blow
yeah.
off some steam.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the Broncos Colts simulation game, and Bo Nix threw a touchdown down, Bo Nix threw an interception down 3 points with a minute left, and the Colts won.
Oh no! You
So
don't
I
want
said,
that. That's
"This. I
bad.
thought we were gonna win 5 games. I'm out."
That's bad luck, dude. Can't do that. Now I got to restart my TV again.
What if the
God
playoffs
damn it.
start and Bo Nix is just like really bad at football?
Oh god, that would be so bad.
Just like not built for the playoffs.
That would just suck so much wiener.
But maybe he would just be really good.
So, would you take a really, really, I mean, really bad postseason from Bo Nix this season, but you're guaranteed to make the playoffs the next 5 years? Guaranteed.
No.
Wow.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because this is the worst the Broncos will be in the next 5 years, is right now.
That's what I mean. You go really bad in the playoffs, and then the next 5 years you're in the playoffs.
No, I'm saying like right now,
Mm-hmm.
we're the worst we're ever going to be. Bo Nix is only going to get better. Ball's on the ground. Cowboys have it.
Oh, wow. Of course, I got to restart my TV
He
while
was
this goes
down.
on.
He was down back there.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God. Are you shitting me? Actually, I think this works out better because now if the Cowboys score, the Bengals score to match it, and we go to overtime.
Oh, and that's how you sove us.
Oh, that's not a catch. Is this a football move?
I don't think he ever had possession.
Oh, that's possession. I hate this slow motion bullshit. Look, juggle, 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 catch.
No catch.
Oh my God, it's a catch. That's a catch. In any world, that's a catch. Look. Let me grab my football.
Let me grab my football.
He's bobbling the ball, and then he goes to tuck the football, right?
Yeah, but he never
There.
tucked it. He never tucked it, though.
But once he's in the process of tucking the ball and running with the football secured, then it gets knocked out.
But he never tucked it. He never had control of it. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like while he was tucking the ball, I felt like he had control.
Oh, the act of going to tuck it, you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay. I guess the refs decided not.
I would have been mad, though, if that was my team.
Let me know when he snaps it.
Oh, that's happened. So, another fumble! Bengals!
Oh my God, Joe Burrow trying to extend the play. Bengals end up with it, but
Joe Burrow's down. Joe Burrow is down, and he's up, but he's hobbling. Damn, I really hope he's all right, but we played the Bengals in a couple weeks.
What is this? We play him in a couple weeks.
Oh, no. I was just kidding. I really do hope he's all right. As a Broncos fan, I hope he's okay.
Oh.
It looks like it might be an ankle.
And
That's a big miss.
Yeah.
Wait, now they're blowing it dead.
So he's going to throw the challenge.
Delay of game because you can't challenge a penalty.
Oh, my God.
Look at that face mask.
Look at that face.
Dude, that is
Flat out missed
fucking
it.
crazy. I don't know how those get missed. How
Damn.
many? I mean, that was Mahomes. There would have been 8 flags thrown.
And we got to remember too that I think it was a Monday Night Football or a Thursday Night Football where Sam Darnold in the end zone got a clear face mask and nobody called it either.
Yeah, it is.
So
just
it's
been
happened this year. And it'll go into the end zone. Have they cut the sausage yet?
What's that?
Let me know when they cut the sausage.
Oh yeah, they did that. Sorry, I was trying to see if I could get that face mask. So
Oh, okay.
the cool little thing is on YouTube, I can't screenshot a play because it'll black out because of the rules.
Oh, it's so lame.
But on my special website where I watch some games, there's no rules, so I can actually screenshot that, and then I'll have a picture of the penalty. And I already looked it up. If we show like a picture of a play from the game, that's not we can't get banned for that. You just can't show the actual game.
The actual game, yeah. Because you got to be kind of like you have to be, what is it, like commenting on the game, stopping it, playing it, things like that. Like it's not necessarily just showing an NFL game. We're actually talking about it, which is how some people get around it. Like I don't know if you've ever seen I don't know if you ever scroll through TikTok or Instagram reels, but there will be like a random face at the very bottom corner. That's how they get around showing you those movies.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
But you can show after the game. You can show the play.
Yeah, but it does have to be in a certain manner, I believe. You got to be commenting on it or something.
Can't be. No. Like I could take a play from this game and make a short of it without me in it. Nothing, and that's totally okay. The only thing is you can't go live and then be showing the game live.
Right, you can't be streaming it, yeah. Which is bullshit.
But if you want to monetize, then you have to bring your own value, right? You're not going to make any money off of that.
Which is bullshit.
But yeah, there's like certain people that, like, for instance, they'll break down like Bo Nix's film, and like I don't know how that works because they're bringing value to it, but I don't know if they can make money off of it because the NFL owns the film.
I think they can, and that's kind of because there's like a certain like, copyright law.
Dowdle!
Did he get it?
12 yards.
Let's go. You're ahead of me now. Fuck. Where are you at?
My house. They just finished the replay. Cooper Rush under center, motioning 81. Terrell Owens.
Yep.
They're going to fake the handoff. Oh my gosh, Cooper Rush! You got to throw a better ball than that, man.
Ferguson that's annoying for Ferguson.
Yeah, you could tell by his body language. He just reached out his hand.
What are you doing?
Dude, I love this hoodie. This hoodie goes so hard.
What's it say? Oh, Polo Ralph Lauren.
It's like the nicest hoodie I have, but doesn't it? It feels so good.
Oh yeah, when you have a really good hoodie when like you wear it and you're like, this just feels expensive.
Yeah, you can't even explain it.
Overthrows his receiver.
I wish it had a.
The pockets.
But then again, like it looks cool without it.
Yeah. I've got a Bape crew neck that I got in Tokyo. I fucking love it.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah. It was crazy. I liked this hoodie. You know when you like something and you don't even look at the price because you're just like,
yeah.
I love it so much. How much could it be? It's a hoodie. And then it was like 140 bucks.
300. Oof.
And I was
That's
like,
polo for
fuck.
you.
I was like, well, this
Third
will
and
be my
10.
one clothes purchase for the year.
Cooper spins out of a sack. Incomplete. Where was he throwing that?
Do you buy yourself a Christmas present every year?
Not necessarily a Christmas present, but my wife and I every year on Black Friday we'll go to the outlets and like if we need clothes, we'll go buy clothes, we'll go buy stuff. Like this year, I technically bought myself a Christmas slash birthday present with the PS5.
Yeah. When's your
Yeah,
birthday? You've never like
June 9th,
June 9th. Do you know when my birthday is?
24. I fucking have it. I think I have it in my calendar.
Hey
It's
Siri,
it's in August, right? No, it's not in August. Just by that
it's
silence alone.
June 9th in my calendar as Rick's birthday.
God damn it, where is it? Because I did wish you a happy birthday.
It's August 5th. You don't have to look for it.
Oh, there it is. I do have it. Wait, hold on. Yep, I got you down. August 5th. You little slut.
Hey Siri, pause that video.
Jesus
That was
Christ.
crazy, dude. I said "Hey Siri" and my freaking last YouTube video I was watching just started playing.
Was it? Was it a bunch of just big booties?
No, it was Denver, like the local news channel for Denver. Just like some random news anchors grading the Broncos
Ah,
because it was the bye
so
week. So they were like,
so
let's reflect on the season and grade them.
so it was a bunch of big booty girls just grinding.
It was a bunch of dudes that you can tell don't really know football that well. They're just like, yeah, I got to give them an A in every category.
Yeah. You know what? Like, I got to give them an A because the effort was obviously there and they want to win. And it's like, Jesus Christ, you know nothing. Dude, you know what? I listened to this CHGO Bears and I tweeted about it and you may have liked it. I forget if you did or didn't last night, but they had a post game take that was
On the
so
rebuild.
No, it wasn't that one. It was another one. I tagged them in it.
Oh,
And
yeah, I like that one.
Okay. So I was listening to their post game about the Bears, and some of their takes were like so like old, like angry old man. And I
Yeah,
was
get
like,
off my
what do you?
lawn.
Yeah, like one of them was like Roma Dunze is celebrating his touchdown, his second touchdown of the year or of the game. This is Rome's first multi-touchdown game of his early career. And they're
Why
like,
can't you celebrate?
and they're like, Walter Payton, when he would score a touchdown, he would just hand it to the ref. And I'm like, Walter Payton played 40 years ago. Stop. Stop that dumb take. And then
Yeah, just you can totally tell just like with that. It's like, oh, okay, so they're not allowed to have fun. You're the kind of coach that players end up not wanting to play for.
exactly. I'm like, that's such a dumb take. And there were also like oh, I don't know why Tyson Bagent was in there at the end. Like, are we just giving up? And it's like, we're down 4 scores with
What do you
3 minutes left, you idiots.
That's the
And
thing.
then I was going to say, and then there was one game which they criticized where they left Caleb Williams in when it was over. And I'm like, pick a side. Pick a side you want to be on in this argument. Because this is
You
just
wanna talk
dog shit. They do. And I get it. They're annoyed. They're angry. I'm right there with them. but those are bad takes. Walter Payton would have just handed it to the ref. Shut the fuck up.
That's one of the things I love about Sean is like he's an old school coach that came from Bill Parcells. That's very like old school, but he also gritties in the locker room after the game.
You
Like you have to
appreciate
have that balance. You can't be so old that you lose like the culture. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm
You have
like,
to be able
I
to like encourage the players to have fun
mhm.
because you're going to
And
play your best when you're playing loose and free.
I was listening to that post game in the shower because I got a little like waterproof speaker. And when that take came up, I was like, "Shut the fuck up, dude."
I love it. Even when you're not here, you're just downloading more football. More
Yeah,
football. You're
I
like,
fucking
that's how I am, dude. It never ends.
it never ends. It never ends, especially with Bears. I have to
Or
consume everything.
oh my God, Jamar Chase with an
Oh
uncharacteristic drop
no!
with a late flag.
Oh, Jamar, you got to still come up with that catch though.
You know what's funny, Liam? Every girlfriend or wife that I've had has become a Broncos fan. It's not like I care at all, right? I'm not like you
Mm-hmm.
need to become a Broncos fan. Not saying that you're, doing that. I'm just saying it's funny how when one person really loves you, they just kind of adopt your passions. Like the
Yep.
one thing you're the most passionate about, they kind of take it on too. So,
Mm-hmm.
Liam, I think if she is the one and she actually loves you, if you really love the Steelers, it's going to happen organically.
Yep. Yep. You'll get her a jersey, and it'll be love at first jersey.
Yeah, that's
Chase
what I
Brown
did.
goes for 2 yards.
I got Mary a Sertan jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an
Wait, you got me
extra.
a Sertan jersey.
I know.
What's
I
that
got
mean?
Bill and
What's
Ginger one too,
so? What are we?
I think.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Brother and sister. Wait, no. That would be
Step bro.
me. That'd be because I would be her brother then.
Step bro.
But anyway, I gave her I gave her the large and she took it to the tailor and turned it into like a dress.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Actually, my profile picture on X, I just changed it. That's a picture of us at the game and she's wearing it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check it out right now then. Nope, not that. Oh, you're saying the God Bless Bo Nix shirt?
No, the jersey she's wearing?
No, I know, but you're wearing that God Bless
Oh,
Bo Nix
yeah.
shirt.
That's what I
Oh,
wore
that's
to the game.
cool. She turned that into a dress. That's sick.
Yeah. I got some other ones that show it better, but
Mm-hmm.
you could make one like that for Natalie. I bet she would. I don't know if she would wear it or not.
I'd have to make her a Jets one after she trolled me that one year.
Oh yeah. Does she still? She's
No.
like the ultimate troll now because Aaron Rodgers is the Jets QB.
No, she's just like that was that one year, and afterwards she's just like every time I come up the stairs from watching a Bears game, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm never am."
Like, well, I am the Jets one.
Yeah.
Oh
Here we go,
no,
Burrow.
this is a big play, but I think it's gonna get called back for hold.
Oh no.
It looked like it was in the area of holding. Yeah, they didn't waste any
Yep.
time on that one.
Yep.
All
Oh,
right, so
that's
it's
such
20 to
bullshit.
20. The Bengals haven't. I mean, here's another game where I'm just going to say Mike McCarthy, to me, has proven he should be the head coach. This could have easily been a game where the Cowboys gave up 40, 35, 42 points because the
Yeah.
Bengals have been doing that to everyone. Hell, the Steelers gave up over 40 points to these Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it was 35. But the
Or the
Cowboys are
Ravens.
the Ravens. I mean, the
Yeah.
Cowboys are playing a really tough defensive game.
Yeah, that's true. Got to give him credit for that at least.
And,
Burrow back to pass.
20 points it's not nothing.
That's true. And it's going to be third and about 18, I believe,
No
coming up here.
weapons, no Dak Prescott.
Dude,
and
Brandon Cooks.
Well, yeah, Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb, but
Zeke.
I feel like the Bears should hire McCarthy if they fire him.
No way. Nope.
I know you don't want him, but I'm speaking as an outsider. I feel like it would guarantee that the Bears would be a playoff team. Because McCarthy's always been a playoff team everywhere he's gone.
Sack, lunch, Dallas Cowboys. Yum, 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 yum.
Tie game, too.
Unfortunate, yeah.
That's the thing. McCarthy's he's made the playoffs every year.
Yeah, but I don't want McCarthy.
You're like, I don't want a proven winner. I want to take a shot on Ben Johnson. You're the problem.
No, I want Ben Johnson to be Ben Johnson, Vrabel, possibly
Mike McCarthy
Shanahan
is wildly more successful than Vrabel.
Yeah, in 2010, he was wildly
in the last
successful.
3 years.
When's the last time he won a playoff game?
When's the last time Vrabel won 12 games?
Whenever he was the coach of the Titans?
Not his last year.
I don't want Mike McCarthy. I want
I
Ben
know.
I want
just don't know
somebody.
why.
Because he's not a leader of men that the Bears are looking for. He's not.
I don't know
He's
why.
Not the guy the Bears need.
He is like the most underrated head coach currently in the NFL, easily. He has the same resume as Sean Payton.
Okay, maybe. But I don't want Mike McCarthy. I just don't think the fit makes sense.
Why
the
not?
Bears.
What fit? A guy that leads the NFL in scoring the last 3 of the last 4 years?
Don't want Mike McCarthy.
I know. I can get that.
Don't want him.
I don't know why. You guys haven't had a coach I don't think Mike McCarthy would want to go to the Bears. But I'm just saying, like, the Bears haven't even had a head coach as good as McCarthy in my entire lifetime. And now you're saying we don't want him. It's like, who are you guys to get picky about your situation?
I can't do it. Can't do Mike McCarthy. I can't do it.
I don't think the Cowboys are going to fire him.
So, and I guess that's the thing. Like, why would we want a coach that got fired from the Cowboys?
That's where every coach comes from.
That's not true.
Unless you're hiring a coordinator, but if you hired Mike Vrabel, he was fired. If you hired Pete Carroll, he was fired. Sean Payton walked away. Bill Belichick was fired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck. Cliff Kingsbury got fired, and he looks like he's ready to take a stab at it again. A lot of great head coaches get fired. I mean, if you just look at the amount of head coaches that were fired, Pete Carroll, I'm saying before they succeeded, Pete Carroll. Mm-hmm. Oh, blocked punt!
Oh, blocked!
Picked up by Bengals! What does this mean?
So is that Bengals ball? Look at Mike McCarthy. That's why I don't want Mike McCarthy. Look at him.
What do you?
Boom. my God! Cincinnati ball, first down.
But it was always going to be their ball.
I didn't realize because he said it was touched
The
behind
way
the
he
line.
explained it was like, made me feel like something weird was happening, but it
Oh
wasn't.
my God.
I felt, did the Cowboys, if the Cowboys would have picked up that ball short of the first down, would it have been a fresh set of downs?
I don't know.
Or would it have been a turnover on
Oh
downs?
my God.
Wait, yeah, because no Bengal had possession of the ball.
I don't know what just happened, but
I
I had no idea. A minute 53 left. Wow.
oh my gosh.
Iasova's catch out of bounds. Bengals still 3 timeouts, a minute 49 left. What the hell just happened? Wow.
I don't know why they keep going over who touched it. I don't know if that matters any.
Wow. I don't know.
Oh, Chase Brown did a 40.
Big
Now
run
the
by
Cowboys
Chase Brown.
luckily have 3 timeouts. I Googled why McCarthy, like what his strengths are. And the things that have been pegged, he's been pegged a great leader. A legendary quarterback has said that McCarthy is a great leader
He's
of
been
men.
pegged. He's been pegged.
A developer of talent. He's known for developing players, quarterbacks, and talent. Some say McCarthy is an underrated coach. He's one of the winningest coaches. Oh,
Jamar Chase 30,
Chase!
20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. Oh my God. And just like that, Bengals are up 26-20. Too much time. A minute, 1 second left, but it might not matter because it's Cooper Rush.
wow.
Wow.
And I just won the money.
Wow.
I just won. Rick, I won.
You did?
I won
What'd you win?
over $100.
Let's go. Wait, for what? For the Jamar Chase touchdown?
Because the Bengals and the Cowboys had a touchdown and a field goal in both halves.
Oh, that's right. Let's go, dude. Fuck yeah.
So I won 75 there, and then I won another 26 because of the rushing, 5 yards rushing in each quarter. So that's $101.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm back, baby.
Let's go.
So Jamar Chase had 2 touchdowns now. CeeDee Lamb had 1. Dude, what if the Cowboys score?
And then goes overtime.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. I want to clip our McCarthy comment and make a video and figure out what does the public think about McCarthy.
He's a loser.
And I'm curious. I think some people feel that way, but I also wonder because when the Cowboys lost in the playoffs, everybody was coming at Dak. So it's interesting because everyone was like, Dak played terrible in that game. But then when they're talking about, let's say they're trying to defend a position against McCarthy, maybe they'll bring up that playoff game. You know what I mean? Where it's like, which one is it? Maybe both.
I just can't. I can't. Mike McCarthy. The idea of Mike McCarthy being the Bears head coach would give me tumors. I don't know. It's
Just not. He's just too boring for you.
I don't even know if it's too boring, but it's just he's
Too white.
too much of a loser. He's a loser. Other than that Super Bowl year, he's sub 500 in the playoffs, which is better than any Bears coach since Lovie Smith. That's fair. But last year, you lose that bad to the Packers. I don't know, man. I can't with Mike McCarthy. If they're not. I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys are going to fire him either. Although I just don't know. 5-7, if they can somehow win out and make the playoffs, I don't know. I just can't with Mike McCarthy.
It's interesting because the Cowboys, if they fire McCarthy, maybe Ben Johnson would rather go to the Cowboys. So you might. What if McCarthy?
Cowboys will give him that bag.
Oh no! Sack! Timeout!
Lunch!
Timeout!
Nom, 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 nom.
Hey,
They called a timeout.
at least the coach knows when to call timeout. That would be a step up.
Thank God. That would be an improvement for sure. Hendrickson.
What's wrong with Hendrickson?
I think he's crying. He's so emotional about the sack.
That I don't understand.
What is that? Is that a career high?
I know, right? It feels like there's got to be something there.
Wow. Just overpowered.
So if the Cowboys would have... It looked like the Cowboy didn't know whether to get the ball or not get the ball. But I guess if he would have got the ball, it would have been a first down. Cowboys? That was a weird play.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
3rd and 15.
Free play? You better call that timeout.
What is Cooper Rush doing?
Cooper Rush is checking it down.
Very Kirk Cousins of him. I can't do McCarthy. He's a loser. He's a loser.
They have a better record than the Bears without their starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair. You're making great points. Here's the thing. I don't want McCarthy.
I know.
At the end of the day, this is like the Chiefs argument. It's like I'm picking the Chiefs every time until I pick wrong. You know what I mean? I don't want McCarthy.
You can't talk me into this.
You can't talk me into this. 4th and 7. This is the play right here. First down. They keep moving. 24 seconds and counting.
Oh
Cooper.
Why does he keep tailing it?
Is he doing? Bengals win.
Parsons is pissed. Parsons is crying.
Yeah. Because he knows. He knows that was it. If the ball bounces beyond the line of scrimmage after a blocked punt, the same rules as a normal punt apply. Okay, so that's like Crabtree was saying. Is like basically this punt. So basically, what happened on that punt is the Cowboys muffed it in a sense by not recovering.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why didn't Brandon Cooks even try to catch the ball? Why didn't anybody throw it to CeeDee Lamb on that whole possession?
No idea why CeeDee Lamb was not targeted. That is dumb.
That's like it. Oh my God. Parsons
dumb.
First one headed to the locker room, tears in his eyes.
Yep.
And it was probably hard for the producers to. McCarthy just pushed the cameraman.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
He bumped into him.
Another reason why I don't want.
I know. What if Myles Garrett got traded to the Bengals next year?
What are you saying?
No,
Where did this come from?
I'm just wondering, like, what the Bengals are gonna have to do to turn their defense around.
They need a lot.
I feel
They
like
need a
if they had a
lot.
really good draft that focused on defense and brought in Myles Garrett and a new coordinator,
Mm,
but
possibly.
T. Higgins is going to be gone. Jamar Chase isn't going anywhere. And the wide receiver issue, if they're going to use their draft on getting defense, the receiver issue, they might not be able to afford T. Higgins, but Chris Godwin will be available next year. Maybe they could bring in like a Chris Godwin on a lucrative deal, Amari Cooper maybe, who's only 30 years
He
old.
was a former Cowboy. Maybe they might like Amari Cooper.
What does being a former Cowboy have to do with anything?
Well, why you wouldn't want to bring back a former Cowboy?
No, I'm
Guy from your
saying the
team?
Bengals.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Cowboys for some reason.
No, I was saying I wonder what the Bengals are going to do to fix their defense. I was thinking if they could bring in like a Myles Garrett, have a good draft. Von Miller will be available. No, Von Miller won't be available, but Khalil Mack will. Imagine the Bengals get like a Myles Garrett, Khalil Mack.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Bengals are going to still be a contender. Next year, they're definitely a playoff team.
Let's see where they're at in a lot of defensive scoring defense. 30 points per game, 28.3. Total defense yards per game. They are 28th. So they're really just bad all around. Total defense. Opponent. Where's the passing defense? There it is. Passing yards per game. Cincinnati's 27th. They need a lot of help across the entire defense. Offense, they're fine. Offense, they're more than okay. The defense has a lot of holes. And if they want this team to be a playoff Super Bowl team again, like they were a couple of years ago, they need to fix the defense a lot. Huge overhaul.
Yeah, and I got to give credit to the Cowboys defense in this game because this is a really, really good offense, and they did enough to well, they lost the game, but I felt like they did enough to give their team a chance to win. But Cooper Rush, he's just, I don't know, man. He's a little bit less than mediocre.
Yeah.
Like he's not a great option. There's some teams that have a really, like, the best backup in the league is Jameis Winston. All right, that's like as good as it gets. And then and then there's like pretty bad backups, and I think Cooper Rush is kind of in that category where it's like, yeah, he's not supposed to be the starting quarterback. He is only out there because there's an injury. But I'm surprised when Dak went down, why they didn't call for Zach Wilson or try to bring in somebody like Jameis Winston and at least try to salvage the season. Because when did Dak go down? Week 6?
I think so.
It was
Cooper Rush is one of the last two. So that was week 13, week 12. But even before that, yeah, it was Dak out.
I think it might have been
like
week 9.
Week 8,
yeah,
week 9.
Week 9.
Okay.
So I guess, yeah, week 9, this is week 14, so they've won 2 of their last 3. So they probably had a record that looked like the season was already over. They were probably like 2-6, something like that. But
and Crafty's right. Cooper looks good in spurts. That's what it is. It's like 1 to 2 games. That's his limit.
Yeah, his plans to start OTAs next year, and I don't know, man. I just feel like the Cowboys, even with Dak being healthy, it just coming off an injury and the amount of money they're paying him, it doesn't feel like the Cowboys are in a Super Bowl window. And I'm not really sure like where they're gonna go from here, but I feel like we've been talking about the Cowboys in this way for a decade.
Yeah, with Dak, they were always. It seemed like with Dak, it was always like the Cowboys can do it. They just need to get weapons around them because
They they
a couple
shouldn't
of
have
years
paid him.
ago, what's that?
They shouldn't have paid him because that what I would have done, just putting on my general manager hat, I would have let him walk in free agency, let the Falcons or some other team pay him a shit ton of money. I would have kept Cooper Rush in, tanked this year, unofficially tanked.
Yeah,
They're going to have a top 10 draft pick.
yeah.
And I would have drafted like a Shador Sanders. And then I would have used all the money that I'm saving on bringing in T. Higgins, on trading, maybe doing like how Houston did and drafting Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders and signing T. Higgins. And now all of a sudden, you have this new lively energy. Maybe we fire McCarthy and bring in a Ben Johnson. And now you got like a Ben Johnson and a Shador Sanders and Travis
Mhm.
Hunter and
You
T.
don't want the
Higgins.
Bears to have nice things. You refuse to let the Bears have nice things.
Me?
You,
Why?
because you're talking about the Cowboys bringing in Ben Johnson. You know the Bears are going for Ben Johnson.
No. I'm saying if I was the Cowboys GM, this is how I would do it. This
Okay,
isn't what I
okay.
want to happen.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, this is a road that they could have gone down, and instead they're going down this other road, and they don't have a choice because they've already paid Dak Prescott. And not that's why they don't have any weapons besides CD Lamb and Brandon Cooks, and that's why they don't have a real
Zeke.
running back. This
Zeke.
is just like a really bad path. We know you can win a Super Bowl with a top 5 quarterback and then not paying,
Mhm.
paying top dollar, but we know you can't win with a top 15 quarterback and paying him like a top 5 quarterback. And unfortunately, that's where the Cowboys are at. And I just don't know if the Cowboys are ever going to be able to all of a sudden get over that hump without any
Oh yeah.
weapons, and they can't
Oh yeah.
afford anything. So
Mm.
this is a tough place for Dallas to be. There's really no hope. Um, that's the one thing you have to give your fans. There's no hope on this franchise. Even if they won tonight, it's just like prolonging the inevitable of being mediocre and
Mhm.
just having more seasons. And I called this. I called this in the beginning of the season. I said the Cowboys were going to have a bad year. And everyone thought I was crazy. But you look at what Dallas did in the offseason, and
Nothing.
there's
They went
nothing.
all in.
They went all in and did nothing. And I think
All
the
in for
story
mediocrity.
I feel like the story of tonight, and this is just my recap. I feel like the story of tonight is two franchises that are just in different conferences that are both underperforming the expectations that was set on them. One team has their quarterback not in the game. The other side has their quarterback playing at an MVP level, and it's
Mhm.
even more head scratching that the
Mhm.
Bengals are in the situation because it's always been the case that even if you have a terrible defense, if your quarterback's playing as good as Joe Burrow, then you're going to win your games anyway.
Mhm.
But this year has been more about the defense than it's been about the offense. If you look at the top 5 teams in the NFL right now, they're the best defensive teams in the league. And if you like, for instance, if you looked up right now, teams that are leading in points allowed per game, this is actually alarming. The Chargers, the Lions, the Broncos, the Eagles, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Kansas City, Buffalo, Green Bay. The top 9 teams in opponent points per game are all playoff teams. 9 of the top 10 are playoff teams. If you look at the offensive side of ball, points per game, Detroit, Buffalo, Baltimore, Washington, Tampa, Bengals, Packers, Philadelphia, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Houston, Kansas City, Denver. It's pretty much the same deal, but these teams like Washington, Tampa, Cincinnati, these aren't teams that you would consider a juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
It's the teams that are allowing the fewest points that you don't want to play. Detroit, Denver, Philly, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Kansas City. So for as much as the NFL has been all about the offense in the last 10 years, like the stat you brought up today,
Mm-hmm.
this year, 2024, and it's a year that started with the fewest points scored since 1993 by week 5.
Yeah.
Make
I
no
remember
mistake
that.
about it, 2024 is all about the defense. And the Bengals
Calling
just
it.
happen to be kind of hitting their prime with Joe Burrow in the wrong year.
Yeah. And especially in what I mean, me and you are saying it, and everybody's saying it in the NFL world, is an MVP season that is going to go not necessarily unnoticed, but unrewarded.
Yeah.
You know, and it sucks because he's just doing so well. Like this interception, that's his 6th interception on the year. His 3 touchdowns, 33 on the year, probably more, 34 maybe. The last time I checked, can't remember exactly. But that ratio, that's MVP ratio right there.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And on top of that, the yards, the weapons that he has. Again, you mentioned T. Higgins. He's probably going to go to another team next year. And this was kind of, in a sense, a last dance between the number 1 and the number 2 receivers, and really 2 number 1 receivers who are just operating on the same team. The Dallas Cowboys, on the other hand, yeah, I don't know what to say about the Cowboys. I don't know if I necessarily agree that there's no hope. It feels that way. I for sure think that the feeling right now is there isn't much hope. Obviously, Dak's been hurt. You've just paid him a ton of money, right? That in itself already hurts for this year. It sucks. You don't want to pay a guy and then he immediately gets hurt. Look at Brandon Ayuk. Look at and Dak Prescott, right? Like those 2 guys got paid in the offseason and haven't played like many meaningful football. Maybe Dak a little bit. Brandon Ayuk, not really. So you hate to see that. I don't want to say there's no hope for the Cowboys, but I think this year at the end of it all, Jerry Jones really has to go back to what he said when he was all in and be like, okay, I actually have to do something this offseason. Because Mike McCarthy just came off a year in which he led the NFL in points or points per game, whatever it was. He was up there. And we go into this year and we're 4-8 now, or 4-9, whatever or 5-8, whatever the record is. Either way, it's a disappointing season. And Jerry Jones has to take a look in the mirror, what all coaches say and what all GMs say. I'm going to take a look in the mirror, take a real hard look in the mirror, and actually get some shit done. Actually spend some money. Because like you said, this roster's not it right now. It's not. You can't win with this roster. Did you pay Dak? You paid Dak, and he's going to be your quarterback for the next 5 years. And to be honest, you could do a lot worse than Dak. It's just that his injuries suck. But Jerry Jones this offseason is really, really going to have to spend money and build this roster up because you've got the Commanders on the up and up. The Eagles are pretty damn good right now, and they're getting better. And the Giants you don't got to worry about. Sorry, Bill. But you've got 2 other teams, one of them being the Commanders that are on the rise, and the Eagles, that you have to compete for this division. That's one of the only ways you're going to get in there because the NFC is starting to become a real powerhouse, at least 3 of the divisions, the West, the North, and the East. The South, there's always going to be one team that comes out of there, but we'll see kind of in the future. But Jerry Jones really, really this offseason has to do something about the roster and bring people in. But I don't know if it's hopeless. I think it just feels that way right now because of the record and no Dak. And you got Cooper Rush overthrowing or underthrowing receivers. I think that's kind of what it feels like, but I really don't think it's hopeless.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have Dak, you feel like you have a chance to make it to the playoffs. And, you just got to believe. Look, John Elway didn't win a Super
Yeah.
Bowl until 1997.
It's last season or last season?
His last 2 seasons, he won
Last
back
two
to back.
seasons. Yeah.
So sometimes you have a quarterback that just can't get over the hump. I feel like the Josh Allen is more the John Elway thing than Dak Prescott. But it's crazy because even when Dallas had a top 5 defense and a top 5 offense, they just choked. So it's almost like what happened to Buffalo, but at least Buffalo plays their playoff games real tough,
Yeah, but they're also cursed.
Yeah,
They're
I
cursed
think
as
this
fuck.
I feel like next week we're gonna have Buffalo Detroit. I feel like that's gonna be probably a match of the Super Bowl, but it'll be fun to see how it winds up. But that was unfortunately the most unentertaining part of this game. Is just that this game means nothing.
Yeah.
For these teams, which is a shame because when you saw this on the schedule week 14, you were like invested. Next week for Monday Night Football, it's going to be a doubleheader. It's going to be the Bears at the Vikings.
Boo.
Well, at least it's your team, and the Vikings are
Yeah.
really good. So as long as one of the teams is a fucking, competitive team. Not saying the Bears aren't, but
No, they're not.
Well, it's a divisional game, so that adds some juice to it.
Yeah.
And then the Falcons at Raiders, which, I feel like Kirk Cousins should not be allowed to start. I've put my flag in the ground last week. I haven't moved it. And you saw Kirk Cousins go out there. He's throwing terrible interceptions. He did it again.
Yeah.
And why not? What did you draft Penix for if it wasn't for this? If Kirk Cousins was injured and a backup quarterback was in and having the same results as Kirk Cousins is right now, Michael Penix would have gone in the game. So I feel like this is just bad decision-making by management. Doesn't mean that you have to pivot from Kirk Cousins forever. You put Penix in for a game. If he looks like he's not ready either, go back to Kirk Cousins. But if you put Penix in and you win the game, all of a sudden you're like, who cares that we paid Kirk Cousins? We're winning football games and we're a playoff team now. So we'll see what happens there. But we have a doubleheader next week, so that should be really interesting. And then week 16, Thursday Night Football, the first ever Thursday Night Football flex is the Broncos at Chargers. And then that Monday night will be the Saints and the Packers. So another mediocre Monday Night Football game. But Sunday night will be Bucks Cowboys. I don't know what to think about that. Week 17.
It depends who's where at that point, if it matters or not.
Yeah, and then week 17, we have the Lions and the 49ers. So there's something there. And then week 18, I believe there's no primetime football because of the playoffs.
No, there shouldn't be. I think it's a lot of just all Sunday games because a lot of those are like final divisional matchups and stuff. But yeah, usually week 17, I know the Bears and Seahawks is the last Thursday night football game and the last primetime games as well, or at least Monday.
Yeah, so I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like our best football games aren't going to come on Monday night. Week 17, there is Christmas football, the Ravens and Texans, and the Chiefs and Steelers. So fucking great football games coming on Christmas Day. There'll be some good primetime games, just not Monday Night Football. But I just figured I would just kind of rip that Band-Aid off and let everybody know.
But exciting here on the Old Football Podcast. So make sure you tune in and go follow us at and now Rick Power can follow you on X.
You can follow me at NFL with Kyle. You are super laggy and broken up right now, so I'll just kind of let everybody know. You can follow us at NFL with Kyle and now Rick. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, you guys can sign up to become a member of the Only Football Fam for only $2.99 a month, and you get access to your own emojis. You get insider information that helps us with the game planning for these podcasts. You get your own videos. You get your own shorts and all of that stuff. And me and Rick, we are going to be doing our predictions on Friday for what is going to be a really, really important week 15. I know for my team, we have a playoff game against the Colts. This is a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions and Bills are playing each other. And like I said, the Bears and the Vikings on Monday night, Tampa and the Chargers. That's a fucking great game. And then no game better.
Coming up.
Which one?
Oh, no, I was just saying a lot of good games coming up.
A lot of good games coming up, but none better than the Patriots Cardinals or the Ravens Giants. And if that doesn't get you going, get ready for Bengals Titans. It's going to be a great week 15.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, absolutely get excited for those games. Those are needle movers is what we call them in the biz here.
There is one really great game though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think there's 4 great games: Broncos, Colts, Lions, Bucks, or Lions, Buffalo, Bucks, Chargers, and then Rick. Sunday Night Football, Packers at Seattle.
Oh, that's a good one.
A great game, playoff implications, and there's so much historical playoff games between the Packers and the Seahawks. So it's
that's next week?
That is next week.
Wow.
No, well, technically that's this week.
Or that's this week, yeah. I might actually go down to Seattle for that. Ooh, shit.
So,
interesting.
You can catch it all here on the Only Football Podcast.
On the Only Football Podcast. Kyle, thanks for taking over while my shitty fucking internet fucking shittiness is shitty fucking. Sorry for those swears.
You broke up there. All I heard was shitty fucking.
That's my specialty, and don't you wear me out. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Like Kyle said, become a member at $2.99 a month. Kyle, you got anything else before we get out of here?
That's all I got. I will see you guys soon for Thursday night breakdown with the Rams and the 49ers.
Awesome. And make sure to stay tuned later this week for top five. And Kyle, it was a good time, brother.
Always a good time.
So